Yo, what's the deal, man? What's the deal, man? I'm not gonna be on that long, man. I just came to rock out real quick. I don't know if you guys been checking out NYC. I'm pretty sure you have. It's crazy, man. Like one thing we gotta stop doing, man. Let me drop the link real quick in case anybody want to rock out for a little bit. But one thing we gotta stop doing. One thing we gotta stop doing is fucking lining dudes up, bro. Like it's already difficult enough to come back and get content for you guys. And then when people go out and start contacting chicks and sabotaging what you got going on, it sucks, bro. And shout out to NY because I know it's already like a challenge, yo. So we got to stop doing that in the space. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop doing that. Other than that, man, he been getting his trip off. He talking about he felt like they love him, now they hate him, and then they love him again. That's why I titled that. But we just got to stop contacting the chicks because we don't really need to do that to see a crash out. You know what I'm saying? Like for that to happen, like bad shit could happen regardless. Like some funny shit can happen regardless. Y'all people contacting the females is that's not needed. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? And when you go out and you traveling, it's already gonna be unexpected things that come up along your travel. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's in the building. It's your boy K9, No Fear Travel. And just giving my thoughts real quick on it, what NY got going. I mean, he still has the ability to draw a lot of people in his chat. Um, you know, still seem like he has support. Um, and maybe some people straddling the fence at this point because maybe they feel like he's being irresponsible with the money. What up, Jamies? Yeah, man. So we just going over what's going on, man. We got our boy NYC cooking these streets out there, boots on ground in Sasua, trying to get his trip off, and you could see the guy getting feeling a little discouraged, but he's saying, "I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna keep my trip going till Sunday." And some people were saying like maybe you should just go back home tomorrow because you are getting everything wrong. Like you're not making any right decisions, and they don't want to see him jammed up. So it's pretty crazy. What's up, SV the guy? Um, yeah, so I just know I was kind of blown away when he said he was thinking about um not booking his ticket. Shout out to Pop, man. That Pop told this nigga to book your motherfucking flight, bro. He was talking about dipping into his return home flight money. Now that didn't make no sense right there. I'm not, and you know me, I'm not trolling him and I'm not coming for him. But shout out to Pop for getting out there, convincing him to book his flight. You don't want to tamper with your flight money. That would not be smart. You know what I'm saying? Because now that's just saying you are banking on people to send you more money. Like, they might would, but it's not guaranteed. You never want to fuck with your flight money. You know what I'm saying? I don't even book one ways. I'm booking a round trip. But if you're gonna book a one way, man, do not tamper with your flight money, bro. It's not gonna be good if something go left like that. Um, but one thing I didn't like is why would he go home? I mean, he was feeling a little discouraged, and I guess his team or the people that surrounded him felt like he was not listening to any advice that they were giving him. And so they were probably getting frustrated as well and saying, like, all right, man, you was a funny dude. And maybe they don't want to see him crash all the way out. So they like, yo, man, just abandon mission, bro. You're not doing nothing right. You're overpaying. You keep having these situations where you might could have got arrested. I don't know, And all these other things that they maybe they losing confidence in them. You know what I'm saying? They are losing confidence most likely. So they're like, "Yo, just abandon mission before you make for things to get any worse." I'm assuming that's what they meant. They all switched up on him. Let that brother live. He was tripping with that. Absolutely, man. Wizard of Clout. You know what I mean? Salute to Sunday Night Smoke podcast in the building, tapping in. I'm crying too, man. I'm crying for a couple different reasons because, oh my goodness, this is. I've never seen nobody's trip get off to such a rocky start. And then for them to double down and talk about they might spend their flight money, tamper with it, I was just kind of blown away. I'm definitely cheering NYC on, but he got to have a little bit of savviness about himself. You cannot play with your, um, you can't fuck with your flight money, man. You can't do it. That's just Pop advised him right. Pop was 100% right. Spent 10K on one Chica. That was crazy too, man. That was crazy too. Like honestly, it seems like the dudes that have the least amount of money, they spend the most amount. And then the dudes that have the more of the amount of money, they spend less. I guess it's because like if you work for it and it's your money, you're conscious of your money. You know what I'm saying? And if it's just given to you, you might look at the money as casino chips. It don't have the same value. You know what I'm saying? To it. And then maybe he feels like he could just do another fundraiser. I'm not sure what's going on, but why is he parting with money so effortlessly? And I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because I know traveling is rough. I did the trip. It's not an easy thing to bring content, but right in itself, that is a very difficult thing to do. But what I'm saying is like you, my goodness, I don't even know where to start with and why. But I do think that I do respect that he didn't want to give up because he feels like he owes the people that supported him, that sent him the money. He did not want to shortchange them, so he wants to stay the course. But he has to start moving smarter, I must say. What happened with him and Sin? Was that even the real her? I'm not sure. I don't even know what happened with her or if that's the real her. So I'm not sure what happened with them. Some stuff guys can't handle. They are safe staying in the matrix. That's one thought, right? That's a thought. Um, 23K. Um, to 2.1 in 24 hours. Yeah, man, he's parting with that water. I mean, he's parting with that money like it's water. Yeah, I mean, like he gotta like use his negotiation skills and be able to say no gracias and be able because this is his second trip. I mean, I know it's like close in proximity from his first one, but I would think he would have a little bit more game just because he's already been out there once and he knows how fast money can go and he knows how you know he knows he should know the environment that he's in. Everything out there is about money, 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 and you're gonna be saying no gracias a lot. Are you just gonna be walking by and and just keep it walking. Say no and don't stop and have a conversation. Just say no gracias and keep walking. Or they will keep haggling you, trying to convince you of something you don't want to be convinced of. The life is not for everyone. Um, I mean, yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. I was more so frustrated like about not with the moves he's making, because some of those moves are just crazy. I'm thinking like, is some of this scripted? It almost makes me question is some of this shit scripted. But I was more just frustrated when you have people calling in on NY, calling the chicks, and it's like, yo, you jamming them up for what? Like you're gonna be entertained no matter what. You don't have to do that to get an entertaining show out of a YouTuber. You don't have to call in. That pillow talking is whack. It's lame. I don't fuck with it at all. All right, traveling. Gene from 16. Traveling the Sioux isn't for the weak. Absolutely. That's some real shit right there. He's more worried about content than enjoying his trip. That is another thing that is apparently clear. He's more worried about um, you know, bringing back this content, and it doesn't even look like he's enjoying his trip at all. You know what I'm saying? Does not look like he's enjoying his trip whatsoever. Make Troll Thursdays weekly. That is the plan. That is the plan. Because I really enjoyed Troll Thursdays. It was super fun. Come Truck with Me said the next Troll Thursday he plans on making me a focal point of the trolling, and I'm all good with that. It's all good, right? Whoever jumped off the railroad train, say sorry. You'll feel better. You'll feel better. You know, one thing about my guy, Mr. J. Rello, is he definitely has, but you know, J. Rello is a lot more experienced too, so I can't really compare him to NY, right? So I don't see J. Rello falling for all that dumb shit, right? But you know, speaking of Rello, what's up? He says facts. You know, and y'all make sure y'all tune in to J Rello because I'm sure he's gearing up for a trip, and I'm sure he has this looking like, all right, you know, it's like watching someone go first. You know what I mean? Someone that was kind of rivaling you in the space for a second, and J Rello was like, all right, let me show you how it's really done. Let me show my son how it's really done. So that's gonna be funny. Sunday night podcast. Sheesh. Man, that's what I've been saying. I've been like, I can't believe some of the stuff that I'm watching. And I feel like NY is questioning the people that's surrounding him. Do they really love him? Do they want to see him fall? I mean, they gotta have love for you. First of all, if they sending their bread. I mean, but they just get frustrated because they say you're not listening, right? I don't know. I don't never know what anybody's intention is and motive is, you know, but they sending their bread and they say you're not listening, so they definitely getting frustrated with you. What's up? Salute the Black Prophet in the building. Drop the link. Okay, I dropped the link. Let me re-drop it again, though. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get into this. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here, man. It's lit. The space is lit, regardless to if he's doing it, if he fucking up a little bit. The space is still lit, man. We got a lot of shit going on. Oh, here we go. The freshest and Gary.
Okay, now
What it do, man?
I watched a little bit of my son last night. You hear me?
Thou my son. He claims him now. You are the father.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. It's biologically he's mine for sure, but he just they. I think he might have underestimated how really tough it is to get content because, like in the pseudos girls, that's where the actual talent comes in is finding the chicks that you can get on camera. And then a lot of those chicks that y'all saw from clips from me was chicks I sneak recorded. And then he's got guys working against him, going back telling on him, getting him in trouble, trying to really see the crash out. It's just all bad for my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just really all bad for him. I hope he make it. I hope he makes it out alive. You know what I'm saying? Long story short. So
Right, man. Feel like he on no way out. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it would be different for him because the people that he's surrounded with, I thought he wouldn't be faced with like people calling in as much. So it just goes to show no matter who's a part of your team, people would still call in. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but that's the thing is like the people that surrounding him, they want to see him crash out. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like they're they're hoping to see a crash out moment from him instead of trying to actually set him up to win is what the problem is. And then he don't know how to navigate the landscape that far. I knew it was gonna be super tough, but like the stuff that I saw last night that people sent me, I'm like, yep, that's the sewer for you. You got to really be him in places like that. And I just think that speaks to, to just, you know, how far I've gone to get the content and stuff I've done, because I know how tough it is out there. Like, they don't give a fuck about that camera. You know what I'm saying? So it's just tough in field when
Right.
you got the environment working against you, and then you got people going and back telling on you, and that's working against you. It's just so many things that's working against him, to where
Right.
he's gonna really have to dig deep and and find how to get the content, bro, for the subs that sent him. Brad, I feel bad for him because I know how frustrated it is not to be able to like find just a few Johns that you know want to make a little movie together, but it is what it is, man. I mean,
So I guess you might have to rewrite your song, Rello. Remember you said in the suit where you don't need game. You do need some game if you are trying to be a content creator in
for
this.
sure, for sure. But
Now, if you're just
if
going
you're
out there to party and have fun, yeah, you probably don't need no gameplay.
yeah, if you that's what I'm saying. Going to the zoo without shooting content is amazing. We talked about this. It's super lit, but like when you going to shoot content and those girls are literally you say anything with video in it, it's like, you know what I'm saying, they don't. And then you got people going back and telling, because that's why I like the whole Thailand thing, because they're these chicks I'm gonna be dealing, they're gonna be out of reach of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, so I'm gonna actually not have to worry about people going back. And I saw he woke up the next day and somebody had called and told, and that shit right there really fucks it up, because it's just it's already tough enough. You know what I mean? So
Pop
but
says he's not built for this YouTube shit. If that's the real Pop, Pop
yeah, that's
says
the real pop. I
okay, that's
mean,
the real Pop.
I ain't gonna say he's not built for it. I just think he's in an
Salute to
environment
you, Pop.
that's not beginner friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, you gotta really be him in Sasua, bro. Like even I would have a tough time in the Sue, and I'm really him. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, he's not him. He's not him. You know what I'm saying? You need.
He's not him.
He's not him. He's
He's
not
not
me.
Himothy. What do you call it? Him Kardashian.
Yeah, he's not
Him,
him Kardashian. He's not
him
Himmy
Travis
Butler.
Kelsey.
He's not
Him
Himmy
Pat
Neutron.
Mahomes. He the future. Is he the future or is he the past? Is he both?
um, he's the present.
He's the present. Wow. Shout out to
NYC
my
the
guy, 50,
present. He's the
man.
present.
Wow.
But after this trip, he's gonna be the past. He got to dig deep, man. You got to think. I didn't gave some iconic trips from the Sioux. Like I made the Sioux look like it was easy to get content out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it's really not. My mom is not.
And this is why I can't understand it because I know this is his second time, bro. I went on my first time. I've had my fair issues. That's why I sympathize with him. But like, I didn't make this many mistakes. Like, that's why. I mean, Dorello, does it feel a little scripted, or do you feel this is real shit that's going on? Or I
No,
don't
it's
know.
real. It's real.
It's
It's
real.
definitely
Okay,
real. Yeah,
okay. You
it's
feel it's
real.
real.
It's what he's experienced is trying to go to the Sioux and get content. He's experiencing it. Police almost called. Chicks is freaking out. He's having a tough time getting chicks on camera. He's having a tough time just even walking around with a camera out. It's super tough. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta really be built a certain way to be able to get that off in that environment. I just think I think he might have underestimated how much tougher it was going to get content out there. And then he's got people that's
Facts.
working against him behind the scenes that if say he
That's
do
what
find a
always
chick,
pisses me off when they do that.
right, but
Keep going.
say he does find a chick that's down with shooting, like that next morning somebody could reach out to her and then it could all blow up. And now it's like that's what people is interested in, something bad happening. And I just think it's just an unfortunate situation, man. But when you're not him, you're not him. You know what I mean? So it is what it is for sure. So
He said, "When you're not him, you're not him." Hey, it's not on you; it's in you, right?
yeah, you got to
Type
be
shit.
built. You got to be built for it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I hope he's got a few more days left. I hope he digs deep and gets it the rest of his trip off, because he's got a lot of people watching, a lot of people anticipated the trip, but He ain't fucking with me at all, bro. It's me. You hear me? It's me.
Wizard of Cloud says the people advising him is backdooring him for content. Would you agree with that?
I wouldn't say it's the people advising him. I say it's the other people around the people advising him. You get what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
gonna have. See, the thing is, he was gonna have a tough time regardless. But the fact that he's got these people is making it even tougher because now it's like he might not even be able to get one or two Johns on for content. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of he's just in a bad spot, yo. He's in a real bad spot. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's gonna have to find some Johns that's gonna be with the shits, and it's not gonna be easy. And from what I know, his budget ain't really set up to really give out the extra money that would even entice some Johns to come on. So he's just in an all around bad spot. Long story short, I ain't gonna lie to you for sure.
Right. I mean, like you said, he no matter what, he was gonna have a hard time because for the people that haven't that because there's people that have went that never tried to get content, and there's people that haven't went at all. So whenever you're trying to go get content, it's not gonna be easy. Sometimes you will feel like this shit is a job, and it's taken away from your trip, and that's what it feels like he's experiencing right now. Like, damn, I'm not even really enjoying this shit. And that's why I always say, like, don't try to make this shit any harder on a content creator because you are going to see bad things on their trip without them even trying. Like, you don't need to do anything extra. It's still gonna be a show, it's gonna be a movie, and you just need them to be able to get captured on footage. But if you guys are contacting people, it just makes the content creator feel like there's times that he will pull out his camera where he's like, I don't even feel like doing it right now, or he has to build up his confidence to even do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like get up, try to build up his morale to get back. And me and Rello know all about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my last trip was my toughest time, but because I had become so famous out there that I was just too well known. So anytime a motherfucker would see me, it was like, oh, we already know what he on. Like that was my last trip was literally my toughest time. Like my other trips paled in comparison to my last trip. I ain't gonna lie. Like my last trip was the toughest time, but I still delivered a decent ass trip. But I had to really dig deep and find how to get my shit off. And it wasn't until later on in the trip where I got my shit off. Like the third day on to like the fifth day, I got in my bag and got the shit off. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I can, like I said, I can empathize with what he's going through, but you know they set him up for the crash out, so now he's got to deal with it. So it is what it is. I'm gonna pray for my son. You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
pray for my son. So it sounds like you're pretty fond of Future. Okay, now here's the
I
thing.
don't have nothing against Future. I don't have nothing against him, but he's my son. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay,
like
look.
I can't hate
W
my
says
son. I birthed him. You know what I
W.
mean?
I don't know how to say his name, but W says K9. Here's the thing. You went with a group of people. He is solo dolo. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? The fact that he's solo and he didn't go. Do you think he made a mistake by not going when he originally thought to go, which was Super Bowl weekend, and he went like
I think
off?
during Super Bowl weekend, he would have had a better time blending in, and it's going to be more content creators out there. I think for sure he might have been able to be a little more covert, but he don't even have the tools to even like do what he needs to do. Like he's out there with a phone. Like I thought he had the pocket. I thought he had like some stuff set up. Like it just seemed like he went out there with the bare minimum trying to be him, and it's like you're not him. So how can you gonna try to be him? You need at least the equipment to set yourself up to be him. You know what I'm saying? It's girls out there that he can grab for content, but he gonna have to really, really find them. And his budget, I don't know what his budget is looking like. I know he said something. He had a little bit of bread left. He's got to be willing to pay extra and everything. It's been times I paid girls double what they asked just to because I knew how important the content was, and I don't know if he's ready to really do that. You see what I'm saying? So It's just a lot, bro, when you really him. That's why I say I'm really him, because y'all don't see all the stuff I do behind the scenes to bring y'all that fire content. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sacrifices. You got to be willing to, get down to your last 200 with 5 days left type shit almost sometimes. It's tough. It's not easy. I don't know why people think being a content creator is just easy, bro. This stuff is hard. It's work. Wow, for sure.
Yeah, somebody had said something earlier in the chat, like, yo, just because people send you bread don't mean they love you. I think that was W. I don't know how to say his name, Whoosh, however you say it. But yeah, that's true. Money and love are not synonymous with each other. But yeah, Pop says, Rello, you should have told him book a consultation with you. They're actually saying that you look like a guru. You're like the guru of traveling when they compare NY to you. Because
Right, but that's the thing. The people around him is my direct ops. So it's like anything I say, they gonna refute, and he gonna have to listen to them because they're basically funding his whole operation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have to disconnect him from them and take him fully under my wing in order for him to even be half as good as I am with this shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of I can't help him because who's he's associated with. Long story short, you see what I'm saying?
right. Salute to all 50 in the building. Um, let's see if we can read some of these comments. I've been just moving through. He can probably
Your
get
trip was
a
better
heavy
than his.
ball
Your
down.
trip
What
was
about that?
your trip was more fired. Like even if he had a half as good as how your trip was, he would be winning right now. I mean, he still got some more days, but just think
Oh, if
about it.
his
Your
trip was
trip
like my
was.
trip, he would be MJ. He would
That's what I'm
like he would
saying.
have
Like I'm just
status.
saying.
His
Like
shit
if
be
it was
dead.
half as good as your trip, at this point he would be. You get what I'm saying? But it's like he ain't really been able to get his shit off like he thought he was gonna be able to get his shit off. And I'm like I
He
said, I
definitely got
sympathize
the
with him.
he definitely has the eyes. He definitely has the viewers. That is there. All he needs is a little bit of luck, a little bit of game. Cause let's keep it real. We all when we go to get content, we all need a little bit of luck, you know, like to deliver a good trip. But you also need a little bit of game as well, man. You need a little bit of game and a little bit of luck for things to go right. You know what I mean? Uh yeah, but if his trip was half of what my trip was, or like my trip, that would I mean he would be he already doing the numbers. He would just definitely be like the new kid on the block for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like right now he's competing. I don't want to say he is competing, but the space is kind of putting you guys together because you guys are so similar. His style is like similar to yours now. And so they're kind of putting you guys together. You know what I mean? All right. Got water. Got water. Okay, here we go. Don't do NYC like that. Nah, man, we not dogging NY at all. We just going over what has happened, with NY, and we're just going over it. Really, no, as you can hear, Jay Rello is sympathizing with NY because Jay Rello knows how difficult it is to deliver the content. And if we was bashing NY, we would be happy that people was calling in. We're not happy about that. From one content creator to another, that shit sucks. When people do that, they lining you up and they lining him up to get laughs and jokes and shit. But you don't need to do that. Enough shit gonna go wrong on our trips, so you don't need to contact the chicks and do all that.
Exactly. So that's just making it even harder because the people he's aligning with literally have that whole side is nothing. They're just infatuated with seeing him crash out, and I hate that for him. I really do. Is that him right there?
No,
No,
that's Teddy
no,
P.
no.
That's,
Oh, that's Teddy.
he looked like his profile picture looked like it, but now that's somebody else.
I hate that for him, bro.
Teddy
Because
been kicking him dough. Actually, he saved him and gave him lunch money. I believe that's Teddy, the one that was kicked him
Yeah,
some dough
no, no.
recently.
I'm gonna hold him down, man. I ain't gonna like even Rello, man. I don't like seeing shit like when people try to bring you down and want to see you crash out and get locked up, man. I'm gonna make sure at least he eat. I can't pay for no pussy. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna make sure he eat, man, because he was eating toast and orange juice for breakfast. I'm like, hell no.
I just hate that for him though, because I like I said, I could sympathize with him because I've been there. I've been in this spot, but bro, your team is nothing but they don't have the best intentions for you, bro. They just want you to entertain them by any means necessary. They don't give a fuck about you getting it. If you got arrested, they would be laughing in your comment section. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, I just really, really, I can empathize with him, man. I just hope he finds, he got a few more days. He finds some content that way he can turn it around a way he could at least have a decent enough trip. Where it was like, all right, it wasn't totally trash trip. It was just decent. It was entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
I
I
mean,
feel like,
salute to you for Teddy for holding him down. What's your thoughts?
man, I feel like he just went at the wrong time. If he was like around like Rello and you, like when y'all went and y'all could have came around him and gave him some game and gave him some mentorship instead of going by himself, listening to the chat and the trolls, the primos, and all of them, he would have been all right if he had some good people around him. But he out there by himself, he just trying to figure it out. He can't even find like Baileys and flip flops. He can't even use his phone to do that. So I'm like, damn, I don't know, man. But
What area is he staying in? Like, isn't he like on? You know what I'm saying? Like
He's
close
like,
to the
yeah,
city's at?
he's in the main mix of shit from what I saw yesterday, basically. So, yeah, I hope he turns it around, man. I really does, man. Because I actually like him. Like he seems like a cool guy, but he's just, he's not. Man, I knew it was gonna be tough, but I don't want to see it to be like, nigga, he couldn't even get his shit off at all. Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, have to review the trip and be like, nigga, damn, that was the trashiest trip I ever seen. And they hyped this up and donated so much bread for it to be a movie. And I'm like, because I want him to be successful. I don't want him to be like, nigga, he can't even get another trip together. Like, you only as good as your last trip in this game. You got one trash trip, and niggas, next time you do your donations, niggas might not be fucking with you. So it's just super cutthroat like that. I don't not want to see him not travel again based on him having a trash trip in a place that I know is gonna be super tough for you to get your content off. And that's just how I feel, honestly.
Hey, can I ask y'all? First off, what up? What up? What up? Can I ask y'all what? Because I was just over watching Buddy's the guy's live stream, and he was saying how he felt offended because people was trying to sleep with Sin.
What you mean people trying to sleep with sin? What you mean?
He didn't say no names. He's like, man, in my opinion, he was feeling like maybe Casanova CC was like flirting with, because Sin was basically his personal assistant / moderator, and he was like, y'all keep coming up here and violating me.
Right, because they don't respect him. They're just using him for amusement, and that's the problem. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the whole problem. They don't respect. Of course, they're gonna fuck with your ex-girl and disrespect her and do this and do that. Of course, because they look at you as something to just, a lab rat, and that's sad. It's super sad that they're using him as just a goddamn a tool for just crashing out. And I don't want to see that happen to him, because he seemed like even when I went at him, I was just gonna see was he gonna pop his shit. But
Yeah,
man, the people he got around him is not good people. Long story short.
Yeah, and the difference is when you hung out with K9 the first time, it looked like you was just wanting Buddy to you wanted K9 to have a good time and come up in the travel space with you. It didn't look like it was potentially, oh, if he don't listen to me, I'm gonna backdoor him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you
I
think,
always
K9?
think good advice. And what he do? He got with the right people, and when his first time to Sasua, he went and had a fire trip, bro, on my mama. So come on, bro. Like, it all depends on who you got around you, bro, giving you the good advice. Nobody's been in the field. Nobody's been in his position, but me and K9, the people that know that environment and know, like, nigga, it's tough to find girls to even. They don't give a fuck about being on that camera out there. Like, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's the skill: setting up situations that's conducive to you getting the content, getting Johns on camera. like I said, my last time I went was my toughest time. But like I got iconic trips to the zoo. So if anybody he was gonna listen to, it should have been me because I would have been able to help him. Like, listen, this is what you need to do. You need to be willing to pay a little bit more because these girls are terrified about ending up on YouTube. And then you got people that's going back behind yours that's already dealt with them that still has their WhatsApp that can literally just text. I had guys text girls literally while I was on the live with them. Like, bro, I've had everything bad that can happen to me. You know what I'm saying? In that place. I'm a legend there. You know what I'm saying? So that's all.
Sure. Hey, why did you fall out with Primo and CC?
Because they're bitches. They're bitch made. They don't have good intentions for people they deal with. I'm a different type of nigga. I don't like seeing bad stuff happen to people. It's people in life that get a kick out of seeing terrible stuff happen. I'm not one of those guys. I like to see people win in life, not get fucked up in other countries.
Right.
You feel me? That's not funny to me.
They did that to you?
That's not hilarious. Seeing him get arrested in Sasua for recording girls.
They tried to do that to you?
No, I'm saying I've been in that position where people were laughing at me and then something bad happening. You know, You get what I'm saying? Like, I've been in his position. I know what he's going through. The stress of trying to get your content off in a place that's not even giving a fuck about you. They don't want nothing to do with video in Sasua. It's rare you're gonna find a few girls that is cool. Most of the stuff I did, I had to sneak do or got the glasses, and especially with the live element too, that just makes it even tougher. My first shoot trips, I was just going back, recording the content and bringing it back and showing them past review. He's trying to do live shit while he's still there. And that's even harder than just going and recording and coming back. He's playing Call of Duty on veteran. You hear me?
On veteran, that was good analysis. That was funny as hell. Call of Duty on veteran status.
Yeah. And he's a rookie. He's a rookie playing Call of Duty on veteran. That's crazy.
Hey, I'm gonna say this last part. Hey, I would personally like it if K9, you and Relo can do a trip with him in the future to help him out. You know what I mean? Because it seems like
I'm not dealing with him at all
dude.
with those people around him. I'm telling him that until he detaches himself from Primo and CC, I have no interest in doing no dealings with NYC because his team, his root of his tree is already infected. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I can't build shit with that. With your people you got is not. They don't have the best intentions for you, bro. You with the wrong group. On my mama, for sure. So until he finds out that the people around him is pieces of shit, I can't do nothing for him. But like I said, if that's his team, that's his team. He's gonna have to find out the long way that they're snakes in the grass. On my mom, for sure. Because I'm not gonna waste my time giving you advice and helping you out, and then you go back to Primo, and then he just re-races everything that I just told you. I'm not even gonna waste my time. You see what I'm saying? On my mom.
Yeah.
So
all right. Thanks for letting me up.
Appreciate you for coming up, Ant. Yeah, man, this is crazy. But okay, let's start talking about a little bit about your trip. How, like, does this change anything about your trip, Relo? Like, were you like, yo, I'm glad I'm going to Thailand. I ain't got to deal with that shit in the zoo. Do you feel like,
yeah. After watching with the shit I watched last night, I'm like, okay. That's what I'm glad. I've been to the zoo 7 times. I'm already everybody knows me. I'm basically a celebrity out there. Like, if I was going to the zoo, it would be like super tough for me because everybody knows me, and I had underestimated how well known I am. But as far as the Thailand shit, I'm so glad I'm out of reach of what niggas is gonna be able to. Because I haven't really had a trip to where I've been out of the grasp of the internet so far. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm going to a place where it's like, if you find this girl's contact information, you really is him, because this girl, like, her Instagram bio is written in Thai. It would be amazing if somebody found a way to sabotage, exactly what I'm gonna be doing out there in Thailand. I'm really grateful that I'm gonna be able to get away from all of the fuckery that comes with, dealing with chicks that, everybody's done with. It's 300 people watching you. 1 or 2 of those guys got her number. They sent her a text. And next thing you know, your whole play's fucked up. And that's just the tough part
Trash.
about it. Like they texted the girl he was with last night. Somebody texted him and said you on video on YouTube, and she freaked
Yeah,
out.
I seen that. That's what made me so frustrated. Shout out Ellis Durrell, what up? And shout out to Conceited. And see y'all in the chat. What it do? Shout out to the whole chat. But yeah, that's what made me so frustrated. Like, bro, why would you call in? Y'all want to see a show. He's doing everything possible to give you guys a show. And then you go text in and say, hey man, he got you on the live and this and that and or whatever. Like, come on. Like, but some of these dudes be really in love. They really be like
It's not that they just they want something bad to happen so they can laugh.
well, I think it's different reasons. Sometimes they want just bad shit to happen. Sometimes they be in love. They got an emotional connection with the chica. So yeah, it could be different reasons why they do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's fucked up because he's a rookie. He's trying his best to bring content. People done donated all this bread, like all of this money, and y'all gonna find a way to just sabotage it, just to it's fucked up. But I've been there. That's why I was kind of like some of those times while I was doing those lives, I was like trying to find girls that maybe didn't have no connection to people, but you find out that hey, she actually was dealing with dude and this and that, and it just was crazy. Even on my last trip, I had.
What do you think about him within the bread, man? Do you think he's been irresponsible with the money?
No, I don't think he's being irresponsible with the money. I just think he might have underestimated how tough it's going to be to actually get content out there. That's what I really believe. Because I know it's tough. Like my last trip,
he's going through a lot of money, and I really haven't seen like no chick on the screen, really. You know what I'm saying? So, and he said he only had 2,000 pesos left, Rello, 2,100 pesos left. He only been there. This is his second day, and you down to 2,100 pesos, bro. That's going through money extremely fast.
So how much is that? I'm trying to think. How much is 21?
That's like 20 some dollars, 2,100. Remember, wait, no, 1,000 pesos is like $20. So that's like 40
bucks.
40 bucks.
$42 left or some shit. That's what he
said. Yeah, something like that. $42 left.
I mean, he can put a fundraiser together and get, I'm pretty sure.
No, I know he could put a fundraiser together because then somebody sent him some money to get something to eat. But do you think that he's just not being smart with his money? I don't think this is your second day and you down to $42.
I don't think it. But I don't know what he had. I don't know what he started with. I don't know what he spent on. Like, I just don't know because I ain't been following him enough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he said how much he had. I forgot. So I don't want to just say the number. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. But
I didn't even know how many days he had planned in town. I just now heard he had about 5 days because he said he had 3 days left, and it's been 2 days.
Sunday. He finally Pop got on the live and convinced because he booked the one way. Pop got on the live and convinced him to book because he was talking about dipping into his flight money. Like, oh, right. And Pop was like, hell nah, book the ticket now. Book you a return flight. And then Primo came up and was like, yo, book it back for tomorrow. Dude said, fuck that. I'm not coming back till Sunday. Then I heard Primo basically was like, I'm not helping you no more. You don't listen. And then, so basically he ultimately decided to return back home Sunday instead of.
See, that's where he fucked up too. He should have had that round trip paid for off barrel. You hear me? Oh, my mom. That way he wouldn't even have to be in there. I don't know what
he went out there on a standby. So I don't know how standby is 100% work, but I think he basically tried to get I guess maybe it's like a cheaper ticket, but you're not guaranteed a flight. So even when he went out there, he almost, from what I'm hearing, he almost missed his flight. And it was a struggle to get on because he had got a standby ticket versus just booking a ticket. You know what I'm saying? So his whole shit been like James Bond. Like he been like winging it. Like you winging the flights, bro. You know, like
he making me look like an expert.
Yeah, look like a scientist. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga. Like you
making me look like Anthony Bourdain. You hear me? Oh, well, shit, nigga.
Yeah, that's definitely your son, man. Like the new generation of Rellos to come in. But I've seen you have some wild stuff happen on your trip, but I ain't seen like it be to this level.
Yeah,
But you've definitely had some. I guess that's why you're being so, lightly touching on it because you could relate to just
for
finding
sure.
yourself in tough situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't miss flights and everything. I've had a lot of fucked up stuff happen. I'm not knocking, him because, like I said, I can, I can empathize with him. But I'm just in this position now where I'm like, bro, he's got a. I was fucking with Primo and them when I first started out on my third trip. I had on the
That's
same
crazy that you
premium
say that.
petrol.
So y'all both came in surrounded by the same people. Y'all travel history have so many parallels in it.
Similarities for
So many
sure,
similarities. Yeah.
100%. But I hate that it's gonna take him. This trip. It took me a couple trips to realize that those guys you got in your corner is no good for you, bro. Maybe after this trip, he'll be like, man, I ain't fucking with Primo or CC, or maybe not, or maybe his whole, travel career is gonna be he's fucking with Primo in there. But he just can't. That team he got around him is not gonna be a recipe for success, and that's what I had to learn the hard way. It's, you can't just be a send off dummy when you got those type of people behind you. You got to be able to take control of your career in this, and it's going. You got to have you got to stand 10 toes down, man. And the stuff I saw last night, I'm just like, they're just got him on a puppet string and sending him whichever way. But I used to think in my head, I was kind of like that too, looking back. Now I was like, I'm finally in the spot now where I'm like, all right, I know what to do. I know how to entertain the people without something terrible happening for laughs. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of that same situation with him, man. I just hope he gets it together and uses his last few days in town to just deliver some great content because I want to see him actually be successful. It's not a lot of us in this content creation space, and I think he does have something that he brings. I wouldn't say he's 100% has no talent because I could see why people might watch him, but I just feel like as far as comparing him to me, it's comparing DC Young Fly to fucking Dave Chappelle or something. It's just totally different levels. You know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure. So
Yeah, shut up. Let me read a couple comments real quick. They told him not to go. Says crazy work. You're right, Rello. Rello, we understand you now. Okay. Well, why ain't keep hopping to every panel? Zest Monster. All right, they coming for Ant. Okay, it says, yo, conceited. What's up, my troll brother? And then you got the gangster lifestyle. Like I said, he's not too bright because he's right there and it's literally a circle. And I'm not trying to tear him down. That's what I'm saying. I don't want people to hear me and Rello up here and think we're tearing them down at all because honestly, me and Rello, we are content creators and we definitely don't want to tear no content creators down. We're just analyzing his trip. It is a hot topic right now, so we're talking about it. And he's been compared to Rello so much. So, I mean, it's going to be made for great conversation. And Rello has a trip coming up to Thailand. So do not confuse this live or any other live with us coming for the future because we do hope he has a successful trip. But it just seems like he's struggling right now, and Rello feels it's due to from what I gather. I don't want to put words in Rello's mouth, but Rello, if I'm correct, it seems like you're saying it's based upon his team and the people he is aligned with are playing a part in his trip having so much turbulence in it.
exactly, 100%, 100%. And
Mm,
here's the thing, I want him to know if he's listening, he still got time to turn his trip around. I had trips that started off dry as hell. Niggas was clowning me. You on the couch, you done. Look at my Cartagena trip. The first 3 days was trash, but those last 3-4 days can pick up. So I do know the power of having some days in town left where
shit can still get lit. So I want him to know it's not.
He has to fire up a fundraiser because he had $42 left. He has days in town. And he only got $42 left. Are his people going to rally up and send it in so he can try to save his trip? Or is he going to be working with just the minimum money for they just going to give him enough money to have food and stuff? What is your thoughts on that?
My predictions is I think a lot of people feel bad for him, so they would donate because I mean the trip ain't going as well as people hyped it up to be so far. So I do think he's able to get a nice amount of money to where he could turn the trip around and still have some decent content. But I just think as far as like I think that people are starting to realize that it's really not easy to go and do this, like, and be like an actual hit. And that's what I think the main takeaway. A lot of people that donated is like, damn, this actually tougher than I thought it was. So I think he will be able to get some. I think he got good subs. I mean, I know my subs and some of his subs. So he's got some people around him that'll donate him some bread, so he'll be able to get home for sure. So
he'll be all right. Sunday Night Podcast says CC's trying to broke Dirty Mac him. Right. And then Ellis Durrell says he's definitely won't be going back there again no time soon. He is going to need help getting back to the States again. Well, no, he already booked his ticket, Ellis Durrell. Thank God. Pop went up there and advised him to book his ticket because he was talking about using some of his flight money for God knows what. And Pop said, do not do that. Book your ticket right now, man. Lock that in. So he locked it in. He booked it to fly out Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got Rock in the building. What's up, Rock?
What up?
What up, Rock?
What's going on?
So you pretty much basically agree with everything that's been said so far as how the trip's going for NYC the future? Or
agree with who?
I mean, as far as everything. I know you've probably been listening. As far as like, people basically they've been setting him up for failure for this trip. From what I've seen,
I've been listening on and off. I think he need to bring his dumb ass home. That's how I feel about that. I think it's just it's a new year, man. You can't go on the trip and fuck up so many times, and before you go, like when is enough enough? That's how I feel about that. Like when is enough enough?
He
you
needs
got
to bring his dumb ass home. You don't think that's kind of harsh? Bring his dumb ass home. Shit.
I mean, listen, it's early in the morning. Well, you got me, It's my early in the morning. Catch me in the afternoon. I'll be like, well, he just needs a little love. But, right now it's like I ain't in the...
He still got 3 days in town. He still can turn his trip around and have a hit record.
Well, he don't have 3 days in town if he didn't... Did he book his flight to go home, or is it a standby? Is when you wait at the plane, and if you don't have a seat, you got to wait for the next plane to go. And if he's flying in the Puerto Plata, they only got like 2 or 3 flights out of there a day. So standby can, I know people that flew standby, and it took them like 3 days to get a flight, and they was in the airport for 3 days trying to get on the plane. That ain't cool, For 100 or 200 more, he probably could have booked the flight. But at the end of the day, he had money. Allegedly, he spent 2 G's on FanDuel, like 2 days before it was time for him to fly, And
what?
Then he did another fundraiser.
He lost money gambling?
Yeah, 2 G's. He blew all the money they raised for him. Allegedly, somebody in the chat confirm it, but yeah, on FanDuel. So this was 2 days before the live, and then he did another fundraiser, and he got about, I don't know, maybe 400 or 500 maybe, and that's what he had to go out there with.
Right, but he has a job also, right?
Yeah, but he took a month off. He took the whole month off. So he hasn't been working for 2 weeks now, and he got another 2 weeks off. Listen, at the end of the day, my man went out there with what, like 800 last time, and he didn't even. He only had like he had a hotel that he had to pay $200 for. So now you got $600. He was getting robbed left and right, and he had a job. Jobs don't mean shit these days. You know, he went out there and he wasn't gonna get paid again to the 20th. So you go out there for a week and a half, 2 weeks or some shit with $800. Like I don't know, and don't get a fucking flight back. That's come on now. I wouldn't even care if I was you. I wouldn't even be comparing yourself with him, because that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. At least you got your crib paid for, you got your round trip paid for. My
Yeah,
man don't have a place to stay.
yeah.
He's staying with a chick that got rats,
He's
allegedly.
yeah.
Because I don't watch
He's
him.
winging it
Yeah,
basically.
I don't watch him like that. I'm just hearing.
Yeah,
And if I do tune in, it's not for long because I can't watch
because
stupidity.
you start getting pissed off watching them. Long story short.
I'm telling you. So I can't do it. So
Yeah.
you know,
You got your blood pressure rising, Rock? Is that what you saying, bro?
listen, I'm about to go take my medicine right now. I'm gonna take an extra pill.
Oh,
Word.
man.
Listen, I can't. It's just like like he did too much stupid shit, like
Yeah.
over and over and over, and it's like, how can you sit there and just listen to this or deal with this? Like when, like I said, when is enough enough? I can't, just tolerate that. They yelling at him. They gotta tell this nigga to take a bath. Yesterday, he sprayed cologne on. They say, nah, my man, you gotta get in the shower. He like, oh, all right, let me get in the shower then. Like, you gotta tell somebody to take a bath. Come on. What
I
we
didn't see
doing here?
that part because from my experience going to the suit, it's hot, and I took a shower like several times a day. I think like
Twice, two,
three,
3 times a day.
yeah, like 3 times a day. Shit, it was so hot. I'm sweating and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw he still had the Premium Petro T-shirt on. I'm like, damn, he ain't. It's been 2 days. He still got on the same shirt and hat. I'm like, damn.
Listen, my man got some buns and he came out and sprayed cologne on.
Mm.
Buns out. Oh my goodness.
Ah.
That ain't so, Rock. Tell me you're trolling.
Who?
I said, say it ain't so. Tell me you're trolling. You said he went suns out, buns out. He basically went and put some cool water on after, after a hot session.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, allegedly. I don't know because I ain't catch all that, but y'all know more than me. So this is definitely alleged. And I
It ain't
don't know
alleged.
if he
It ain't
gambled his money
alleged.
off on FanDuel either, but if he did do that, that was wild.
Listen, I didn't donate to him because I don't know him. I caught the tail end of his trip and everything he was doing. But they comparing him to you, Rello. And I said the other day, I said Rello bought a camera to shoot better content, and you can see the clarity in that. Of course they said this was probably before me, paid a car note or something like that, but at the end of the day, if you got to
No,
come
I
back.
had a fundraiser specifically to help pay. I never took no money and paid my car note out of fundraiser money. You see what I'm saying?
But let me tell you, if you did, you needed your car. So this is something that you
Yeah.
had to do, or you come back to nothing. The
Yeah,
camera
but
is
when
for
people
your.
say that, they need to know that I had a specific fundraiser for it. Was literally titled the car note fundraiser. Like, you
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So that's the thing.
But I'm
Like,
telling. Hold on. I'm telling you what was said. So then, they say you did this and that, the camera, the subs, they want you. But at the end of the day, you're using this for footage and to get content. My man just blew the 2Gs on FanDuel and you have nothing to show for it. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. It's not like he bought some equipment or something and, you just blew it and you sitting there with your fucking thumb in your ass looking crazy. I got a problem with that, I mean, I really don't care because I didn't donate any money, but if I did, I'll be pissed.
Right. He's crashing out. He's living up to the crash out title, and I just hate that for him because, like I said, I want to see everybody win. I'm not a hater at all. I like to see good things happen.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I mean, just to see it happening, so it's going bad. But like I said, I know he still has a few days in town. He still can drop off a fire trip. He just happened to be in one of the toughest environments. I definitely think he underestimated how tough it was going to be to get the content off. I think he had a crazy trip off, as a regular traveler. Now he's back as a content creator, and it's a totally different ball game. The level of difficulty just shot up 6 points. You know what I'm saying? So
Brooklyn Prophet said I sound like a hater. I'm not hating. I'm just speaking fact. Everything I said was alleged, and everybody confirming it in the chat. Like, how am I hating? I'm just speaking on the shit that happened. What I'm hating for? I pay for my trips, and I go on more trips than you, Brooklyn Prophet.
Oh shit. So Jay now says Rello actually boosted Gina's profile. Now dudes go to CTG looking specifically for her. What are your thoughts on that, Rello? Does he need to find a Gina to save his trip? Like
he
a
needs to
Dancing with the
find some
Stars type
Johns
chick?
he needs to find some chicks that's cool with being on camera.
So it don't even matter if there are 6 or 5 at this point. Just get somebody on cam.
Just
It's
get
not
somebody on
that.
camera.
I wouldn't say he needs to find girls. I think he needs to find something that's gonna make him lit. I don't know what it is. He needs some
I mean, but his
some
trip is
content.
kind of lit, right? Like he's getting in all this stuff. People like that type of shit. Or do you think his trip is a failure
Yeah,
so
but
far?
people like it, and now those people that was messing with him don't want to mess with him no more. So
So you
what
think
do
you
you
talking
want to
about his
do?
donors don't like it? The people that's sending in the money don't like it. Is that what
Okay,
you mean?
so I mean, not it's his donors and his whole team. They not messing with him like that. They was screaming at him and yelling at him.
Got you.
So what you wanna? What's better right now? You know,
Right.
I think he needs to get him some good content and start over real quick if he gonna be there for a couple days.
Okay, for sure. I don't know what that means, Jake. Now $40, but I don't know what that means. I checked the cash app. I didn't see 40 in there. I don't know if that's what you was meaning or something else. But shout out to you. Anyhow. Pop, 10,000 pesos on a 4 week. Wait, on a week in Sasua is crazy as fuck. Or crazy as hell. Whatever one it was. I need to go pick my glasses up this weekend. And let's see. Jay now says, and no plane ticket home. Oh, he's saying he has $40 left. I get it because me and Rello was talking about that earlier. He has $40 left. And no, but he actually booked the plane tickets. He had his plane ticket money set aside, and he actually booked his plane ticket because Pop convinced him because he was talking about spending his flight money. That was crazy, but he actually booked his flight. And so now he has 40. I think he has like maybe $80 now because he had $40 left, and then someone cashed out him another $40 to get something to eat.
But
So he ate. So he
that's
ate.
my
left.
point, though. They were sending him all that money. Like he had multiple. I didn't, watch him, but he had multiple fundraisers where I thought he was bringing in the bread.
Yeah, but I told you he gambled it in FanDuel.
So he really took fundraised money and literally gambled that much and lost basically that money like that, basically.
Allegedly, yes.
But he probably would never admit that because.
No, he did. That's how I know.
He admitted that he lost money, fundraised
Yes,
money.
yes. You watched the live. Yes.
I must have to see what live is that specific. I'm gonna have to catch that because that's crazy to me. On my mom.
Yeah, if you could find that live and send it to me and Rello, because I haven't seen that. So I would like to see that. I would like to watch that as well, man.
I got you.
Yeah,
what you want to say? Oh man, when you hear it.
No, I'm not saying that I don't believe you, but I just want to see it. I want to be like, yo, you know what I mean? And then, until I actually see it,
I got you.
I,
It's allegedly. That's why I say
it's
allegedly.
allegedly, yeah. Because anything could be misquoted, and I don't want people thinking I'm putting that
Because
out.
losing $2,000 on
That's a lot.
FanDuel right before the trip is like, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's insane. I ain't
That's what
gonna.
I was saying to you, Rello. They can't compare him to nothing else but insanity. You know.
Ellis DeRose going hard says NYC basically has no future, and he's a goofy. And his news name is I got 2,000 pesos. So they kind of going at him a little bit. But like I said, man, my thing with NY, hopefully he was not irresponsible with the money that people sent them in. Other than that, I do
Okay,
get
okay, fellas. I want both of y'all to answer a question right now. Everybody saw the money he was pulling in. His flight is like $200 or like 150 or something like that. You see, he'd been there for like what 2 days or something. You see
right.
his what he did so far. Where is the money? How come he got $40 left?
That's
I
what I
don't.
was
I don't.
wondering.
That's what
I'm
I'm.
asking
That's what I.
y'all.
Yeah, but that if I was paying attention to every dollar, see, I wasn't watching him close enough. The only one that I know for sure is the 700 he raised that night. Than when we went head to head that night. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't
Now
know.
he raised 800. Remember the 830 minutes.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
he raised another 850 the day you guys went head to head.
yeah.
And then the night before
Then
he
he
left,
raised another 250, maybe more. I
no,
stopped
it was
watching.
more. It was about 3 or 4 or something like that before,
That's all
the
I was
trip.
aware of. And then like a little bit of money since he's been there. Like somebody been sending him food money and stuff like that. That's what I
Right,
was
but
only
that's the
aware of.
thing. Sasua, so the flight, the round trip, in the B&B,
Salute Chestnut 13.
bro, bro, I've been to Sasua 7 times, bro. That if he raised 800, bro, that's the flight, the B&B, and then he had a whole nother
That's
800
not
he
his flight.
raised.
He got a.
Like,
He worked for the airport, and he got a
Yeah, he caught a
standby.
standby, so
He
I'm
paying
sure that
like
flight was discounted or something,
yes,
right?
really, really discounted.
Right, because he didn't catch a regular flight, Rello. That was a standby flight.
Yeah,
He
it was
got to
like
the
two
city.
hundred, like a buck and change or something like that.
he said he went and bet FanDuel and gave his brother some.
His brother. I don't know about that.
Yeah. And you know what he should have did too? When you get out there, ask when you go exchange your money, ask for small bills. That's what I did. I went, they tried to give me a bunch of like 2,000 peso bills and this. I said, hell no, I don't want nothing really over 1,000 pesos. Give me some of them 1,000 pesos, some 100 pesos, shit like that. Cause yeah, man, you definitely don't want to have bigger bills out there. You know what I mean? And because like when people get walking you somewhere, helping you find somewhere, and then I don't know how much he gave him. I know somebody said 1,000 pesos. It was off camera, so I'm not even sure if he gave 1,000 pesos. It he might didn't. I don't know what he gave him, but that's why you just always want to have small bills out there in case you want to tip. Remember that day we was rolling out Rello? I gave dude 50 pesos. He's like, hey man, what is this? I was like, man, I'm done talking. Cause I ain't asked you to do what you did anyway. And that's all I had on me because I didn't have nothing but bigger bills and I wasn't trying to go through change and all that. This is the smallest bill I had. Take this 50 pesos I kept. He was saying something, Rello, you seen? I just kept walking off. Like, there you go, man.
Yeah,
We'll buy a soda pop. But normally I at least give like 100 pesos, but I wasn't about to give him 1,000 pesos and say, give me change. Fuck all that. This is what I got. Here go 50 pesos. I kept mobbing.
yeah.
But that thumbnail is crazy. I'm not sure. Oh, you talking about the one I put up? Yeah, man, because I put the thumbnail up because he NYC said it from himself. He said, first they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. So I'm thinking he's feeling that love hate, like they'll build you up, and before you count to five, they'll tear your ass right back down. You know what I'm saying? This is a fickle space. Like they love you 1 minute, they can't stand you the next. And he's already starting to feel that because these are the words of NYC. That's why I titled it like that. Wouldn't you agree with that, Rello?
Yeah, for sure. But especially the people he got around him. That's the killer part. It's just the people he got around him are not, they don't have his best interest at heart. All they care about as entertainment and laughing at something bad happen. I've been him. Like that when I say he's my son, like literally he's walking the footsteps I've had to get to this point. I've done everything he's done, you know, besides maybe a few things that, but I feel like I'm rewatching, a worse movie than my life story.
It's like watching Fear Factor and shit.
Yeah, like he's making me seem like, like the most responsible traveler ever compared to the stuff I'm hearing, like on my mom. So I just, like I said, I empathize with him. I know he still has a few more days in town. Hopefully he can turn it around and still deliver.
Why Razor's live and he got your picture on there, Rello?
What? Which one? I haven't seen. Crash Out Alert.
He live now. Yeah, you see it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I see it.
Who are you talking about, right?
Razor.
Oh, yeah. Razor?
Delete the video on Mary. I saw that. See, I was watching that yesterday. I was literally watching, like somebody sent it to me, like, hey, something, he's crashing out or something. And then I saw the girl he grabbed off Pedro and went back to the house. And I watched it for a little bit, but like I said, I hate that people are calling and telling on them, and everything's happening that's happening. So, like I said, I'm gonna be speaking on it tonight on my live tonight. I guess
going live tonight. What time you going live?
8:00 on my
Oh, your regular scheduled time.
Yeah, my regular.
Today is Friday because I didn't go to work yesterday. I didn't end up having to go to work, so it feels like, yeah, okay. I feel like today is actually Saturday, but damn, it's actually Friday. So that's good. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I mean, now can you give us your thoughts? Like, cause we've been going. I just want to tap into your trip a little bit. I know you're gonna go live and talk about it, but can you give us some of your thoughts, like with watching NYC thing? I know you say you're glad you're going to Thailand instead, where you don't have to deal with all the drama. But can you give us a little bit of your thoughts as the trip is winding down and getting near? How are you feeling about your Thailand trip? And like you're kind of being faced with some of the shit NY's faced with because you're going somewhere for the first time, new terrain. You have not been here before. You are a seasoned traveler. But what are your thoughts on that?
I'm so happy I'm going to a place that's going to be camera friendly this time because you probably know a lot of people might have said, my last trip was probably one of my weakest trips, but it's a reason for that. So I'm real optimistic as far as like my ability to be able to get the content off in Thailand. I just think people are going to be so mind blown. This trip is going to be bigger than I'm even expecting. Like for those 2 to 3 weeks, I'm just basically taking over your whole YouTube travel space. I'm expecting, 400 or 500 people in on these lives every time because the stuff I'm just going to be doing in Thailand, I'm going to really be so outside going crazy in Thailand. Like the Thailand trip is going to be over the top insane for sure. So just, I'm expecting some crazy numbers. Trip is going to be fire. Yeah, I'm just gonna really get to see me at my fullest potential, and that's why I went and bought that camera because I'm like, I know they was telling me not to spend this $700 on this camera, but that's the way everything is gonna shake down. People are gonna be like, this trip is gonna be insanely fire. You know what I'm saying? Like insanely fire. Like the best trip probably anybody's ever seen in travel space history. Long story short, so.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. You always find a way to deliver, and I wish you were able to give NY some
why don't you reach out to him? Reach out to him. He need that.
No, it's he got them goofies around him, bro, that I just can't. But it's like it's basically it's no reason for me to reach out to him because it's like it's just gonna go one ear and out the other. Because look, his team
he'll realize
they're gonna make it. The ops. I want to reach out to him.
Every fucking live Primo do is gonna be about him for the next fucking couple weeks.
Hey, but
So
does he really need to have a lit trip? This dude is doing MJ numbers. He's doing Relo numbers. Does he really need a lit trip to sustain those
Yeah,
numbers?
I mean,
yeah,
you're not going on a vacation for numbers. You're going to have a good time, and he's not having a good time. That nigga was scared as shit today. He
yeah,
was scared. You should have saw his face and his demeanor. He was, looked like he had some holding back tears and shit. You don't want to be on vacay like that.
yeah. He's
Yeah, man.
I can tell from last night he's just not built to go as far as like you have to go. Like when I tell y'all content over everything, like y'all got to remember the police in CTG was knocking at my door. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I just it's you just you gotta give everything, and I just can tell he's not built for it, bro. He needs to go to somewhere where he can get his content off without somewhere more camera friendly, some more beginner friendly, some more rookie friendly. You can't go to a place like Sasua where it's probably going to be the toughest place to get content and think you're going to go out there and be James Cameron. It just doesn't work like that. So, um, that's basically the best advice I can say. But I'm gonna get into it on my live tonight. I gotta make a couple runs. Just hit me, K9. I appreciate you having me on the live today.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping by, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna hit you.
I
All
will
right,
be attending your live tonight and checking you out, see what you got going, man.
all right, for sure, for sure. Pull up. You already know it's Rello.
All right, one. What up, Rock? Then there was two. Rock. All right, Rock may have some technical difficulties. Or
Oh,
maybe
my bad, my bad. My mute
oh,
was still
your
on.
mic was
I
muted.
was talking to you and everything.
Oh, okay, your mic was muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, man, I really want to see NYC have a successful trip. But that's yet to be determined. But like I said, man, he definitely does high numbers. He definitely does high numbers. So I mean, we'll see, man. And it's tough to stay lit, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, but I think like you said, the most important thing is it doesn't feel like he's even enjoying his trip. So I'm definitely um kind of feel like damn, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like he's really enjoying it.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, the numbers ain't it because right now, what attracts people? Crash outs, If he was just online reading books to the crowd, it'll be three people in there watching him.
Right.
But, everybody like fuckery. And right now, he hot because he got the most fuckery. They laughing, they joking at him. And of course, you're going to have high numbers.
So the gangster lifestyles agrees with you. He says yes, he's a gambler. So he's confirming that. I'm not saying he's confirming that he gambled off the money, but he is saying dude gambles. You know what I'm saying? The gangster lifestyle says dude does gamble. Um, you know, I don't get when people gamble. Like, I mean, let me not say that. I used to gamble too, man, but it's terrible, man. You just end up really losing a lot of money doing that shit. The house always wins type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga tried to cook up. Wait, nigga tried to cook up a mean parlay.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. What is expat saying? One of y'all should pull up K9 Iraqi. What do you mean by that?
What does Xbox say? Where is he at? Let me go down here. Where is he
Oh,
at?
he said pull
One
up
of
on
y'all
his
should
next
pull up
live.
K9
Pull up
Rocky.
on his next live.
Oh, pull up on his. Yeah, but the problem with that is a lot of the dudes that he's surrounded with. I don't have the best relationship, or we don't have a good rapport with each other, and that is their guy. They are the guy. They are the ones that funded this dude,
Yeah,
and I
expat
don't want to come up and
1280.
appear that I'm like
He
clout
trying to
chasing
cause a
and trying to,
shootout.
you know what I mean? Huh?
He trying to cause a shootout. Expat 1280 trying to cause a shootout.
Right, right. Let me go to my guy Ricardo. I'm gonna go back up, try to hope I didn't lose my spot. Ricardo. NYC, I'm fucking your whole name up. Let me put some respect on your name. Ricardo, NYC probably is that he saw Rello do what he does and thought he could replicate it. yeah, man, it's not easy to replicate that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't personally try to even do what Rello does. I just do my own thing. I mean, I have learned a lot of stuff working with Rello, and but I don't even try to do that because if that's you got to figure out your style of creating content and what works for you, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? Okay, where was we at? I think we was up here though. We was doing okay. We already went over that. We went over that. Keep going. What else you got for? Okay, right here. You said it wasn't at all, but he did lose. Oh wait, it wasn't all of it, but he did lose some gambling. So if he gambled any of the money away, that is mad irresponsible. Because when people send you money, man, they're sending you money that's supposed to go towards your trip, not for you to try to double it up and lose some of the money. So yeah, he got to be more responsible because people will lose confidence in sending you in donations, man. That's a tricky thing to convince people to donate because people are really fickle with their money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. Bro, he hasn't bro, he wasn't ready for success. Maybe the lights was too bright. Maybe, when you blow up super fast like that, it can be like, damn, it happened so quick. Hurts my heart and says he's dysfunctional. So do you think he blew up too fast, Rock? Is that the problem? Are you
No, I don't
you just
think
don't know
that's
how
it.
to
I,
move?
I I think that that's what that's a piece of it. But I think he had people around him. They told him that he was hot and he was this and he was that. He ran with it, and he made a lot of money really fast. And he felt like, oh shit, this is better than work. You know what I'm saying? I could just be on here and, he's a video gamer too. He said. So, he just felt like, oh, I could make money like this and go away, so he just jumped in it, listening to everybody. He gonna keep them people around him though, because they got him money. They got him money, they sent him some clothes, he getting some girls,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
put the link in the chat in case anybody want to come chop it up while we up here. Yeah, man, they did send him money. They did give him clothes, and so yeah, you know what I mean.
I don't know if he got some cameras and stuff, but he got a camera. They told him buy a memory card or some shit and he didn't get it and all that other stuff. It's just like, it's just so many like silly mistakes he make. Not just silly, it's just like, I just feel like, when you get some money, that's what you thinking about and you just like the hell with everything else. Cause he didn't even take all the clothes niggas gave him to take out there. He was like, nah, I ain't bring all that. And it's like, then what you doing? Like, I don't get it.
I mean, but you got to realize, even though you donate and you contribute to people's trips, you only gonna have so much say so because at the end of the person, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a person that has their own mind, their own way of thinking. And so you might have some input, but don't mean that you are going to be able to
Let me
control.
let me say this. Years ago, my situation was different. I'm talking about maybe over 20 years ago and all that. My situation was different. But when you in those situations and you sitting there stressed because your life not together, everybody take two steps back to take two forward. I've done it multiple times. I'm not patting myself on the back, but I'm saying everybody do it. And it come a time that you do it and you just be like, hey, this got to be the last time. I'm tired of this. My life ain't right. I need to get my shit right. I need some structure. And then it happened again, and you like, damn, I just told myself, a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, I needed to get my shit right. When is enough? And when you finally do it, and you go hard at it, and you overachieve what you thinking about, you that shit disgusts you when you see people doing it at an older age than you were. Cause it's like, yo, like I got cousins and close family members, and I look at them and I'm just like, you still in the street and you got kids, like, and you don't even see them.
Rock, the
Like,
Black Prophet said you sounding like a hater.
I know he said that earlier, but I'm
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
I'm just late in the comments because like there's so many people was putting stuff, so I'm just going down the line.
yeah. But
It's
what I'm
probably
saying
over.
is, you just it gotta be a time that you just like a lot of stuff I just can't tolerate no more, like stupidity and shit like that. After a while, you just it's like a coworker every day. He just don't have lunch and don't he need a ride. He like give me a cigarette. You got 20 cent for the 75 cent for the soda machine, and this is his everyday thing. Eventually, you just gonna be like, yo, get the fuck out of my office or get away from me.
Mo,
You
salute
just
to
get
you, Mo.
frustrated.
Right. Salute to Mo, man. Salute to Mo. Thanks for everybody in the chat pulling up, checking us out, rocking out with your boy K9 No Fear Travel. We got Big Rock in the building, and Jay Rello was here and made his appearance, and he will be going live tonight at 8 o'clock, I believe, on the Scott Inslee's network. So you guys go check him out and go support Rello and support all your favorite content creators. Shout out to Tony Hernandez in the building. Says that nigga had two bands. What happened to the rest of the bread? Yeah, man. Yeah, what happened to that bread, man. We got to be accountable whenever we dealing with someone else's money. When they send it in, you have to be accountable. We got that on the stage. What's good?
What's good? Kena, I've actually been in the travel space for a year. I had a YouTube channel where I was like at about 200 subs, traveling around. I've been traveling in South America the past 5 years consecutively. And you know what? I recently said I'm done with all this. I'm done with the travel space. I'm not cut out like how you, Rello, and all these other guys, how y'all can take disrespect and then, you guys can just go about your day like it never happened. To me, that stuff gets to me, dog. So I gotta salute y'all on that, man.
Right, right. Yeah, man. They say I'm sensitive at times. They say it be getting to me. I just kind of started rethinking, like, my relationship with the chat, the audience, the trolls, and try to, find a way where we can have common ground where, they can rock out in the chat and troll some, and then but where they don't go too far, and then they know when like to chill out. So
Yeah.
that's why I implicated something called Troll Thursdays. I'm not sure if you caught it, where I
Mm-hmm.
gave the trolls a day where they could say all the wild, crazy shit. And then when it's not Troll Thursday, we got to ease up on the like being obnoxious. Because when I have guests on, it disrupts the show and also makes my guests, especially the young ladies, feel uncomfortable with coming onto the show. So I run my stuff a little bit different, and that's why I have implicated Troll Thursdays. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
No, that's very smart. That's very smart. And no disrespect to nobody, but me personally, I was like, I'm not number one, I wasn't making no money. And number two, I can't think of a number unless it's a lot of money where I can just like take disrespect personally. Because like what I'm saying, like man, listen, that stuff will really affect my day. I'll go about my day thinking about how someone with no face really just sat there and just disrespected the hell out of me.
Right. That's funny. You kind of laugh like Pop, though. I'm not trolling you.
Yeah.
You kind of have a similar laugh to Pop. That's funny. But yeah, man, it is tough when people troll you and say a bunch of crazy shit to you. But I guess you have to have tough skin. Shout out to the good fellas. He says, I think his ex booked him. Have you heard anything about that? Isn't his ex named Sin or something? Did
Yeah.
she run
Yes.
off with any of the paper? I don't know.
Well, yes, sir. So here's what I seen. I don't know everything. Um, as far as Sin goes, it's tricky, man, because Cece seems like he was really trying to get down with her.
Right.
I don't. It just seemed disrespectful, man. And I tried to tell him. I said, bro, you keep acting like it's all good that people keep rapping at your girl like that. But what I'm saying, to me that's hella disrespectful. But and now look,
So you saying there was people macking to his girl like right in front of his face?
right in front of his face, and it's like Kana, if you had your girl up here and I was like, and me and you was talking and she's laughing, that's not really macking at her. But when I
Right,
when I'm talking to your girl and I'm disrespecting you, that's mac. Now I'm dirty macking. You get what I'm saying?
right, right,
So
right.
that's what was going on.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
no honor amongst thieves, especially in this travel sector. You know, shit. You put a female on cam, they feel she's fair game. You know, if they got access to her. Pop says Sin got some of that money though. Uh,
Ooh.
I'm not sure. Pop has been keeping more of a closely eye on this than I have. But I've been trying to keep up as much as possible so I can know what I'm talking about when I come up and rap with you guys. And also, I enjoy the entertainment too, man. The biggest watcher of YouTubers, Keith says this. This is not my line. There's other YouTubers, and so yeah, I definitely check out and support other people's content. But yeah, man. So they've been dirty macking them. So I mean, like this kind of comes with it. Like you've raised a lot of money in a short amount of time. I guess you have to take the good with the bad, right? It's not going to be all roses. It's going to be some uphill battles and challenges. Would say the panel, man.
I mean, that's true, but you just gotta look in the mirror and ask yourself, is it worth it? And if it is, you keep going. If it's not, you switch it up.
Right, right. That's why I always like this is the type of dude I am. I never lead with my wallet, right? Um, like when I'm in the States and stuff. And then also I always demand a certain level of respect because when people get comfortable with disrespecting you and all of that, it's like first impression is the only impression, is the best impression. So you have to set the standard of how what your interactions are going to be with other people. When people only treat you the way you allow them or the way they feel comfortable treating you. So,
And
you know what I mean?
AK9, let me ask you this last thing. You from the West Coast, yeah?
Yep, exactly.
So do we now? I'm from Seattle. Do we, or you from Cali? So there might be a little bit of difference. But generally speaking, on the West Coast, we don't really talk trash to each other unless we know each other, right?
Right. And I was having a conversation with my boy in Rock and Carter 4 about that. Like, on the West Coast, we don't do all that shit. Like, you got to know somebody to really joke with them like that because dudes from the West Coast is way more serious. You're
Right,
not going to get away with all that.
right. So yeah, okay, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, yeah. I'm still tuning in every now and again, and salute to you, man. I like how you running things. You
So hit
know,
that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, man. If you haven't already, I appreciate you, man. You more than welcome to rock out. You know what I'm saying? And over here, we just have a good time. And my channel's a little more wide ranging. Sometimes I want to get into like high value mail shit, low trucking shit, definitely travel space shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like the show to get so wild where it's just obnoxious and crazy. So as you can see, the chat even when they troll, they know like not to get too crazy with it. You know what I mean?
yes, sir. All right,
Okay.
brother. Take care.
Thank you. All right, boom. Jerry Jones. Salute to the panel in the chat. Jerry Jones. Me and Jerry Jones have a we both are looking forward to being trolled by
Truck.
what's his name at truck with me. He says he has a target on me and Jerry Jones back for Troll Thursdays, and it feels like he ran Carter off and what's the other guy's name? The social loner. He was getting them guys together. He said me and Jerry Jones is next. So salute to you, Jerry Jones. Thanks for checking out the channel.
And come
Right.
truck with me is actually the supervisor of the trolls.
He's a supervisor.
Yeah, he's the
He's a
supervisor.
super.
Supervisor. He just a supervisor. He not
Okay.
like the one of the higher ups. He just a supervisor.
Okay. Well, he does a good job as doing his troll shit. Cause if Carter said he wasn't, but it felt like he was under Carter's skin last night. I ain't gonna hold you. That's my guy. And yeah. Shout out to and salute to Carter 4, man. That's my guy, man. he really loves this travel space and works hard and diligently behind the scenes to help put some of these shows together with different content creators and tries to get content creators to focus on the business as well as the content. So pretty sharp dude. A lot of dudes don't know how talented Carter 4 actually really is. So salute to Carter 4. I told these MFs the same dudes that was hanging out with Rello Camp trying to blow up. Yeah, man, you got to be careful because people will try to see that you clouded up and they will attach themselves to you and they may not have your best interest at heart. They're you never know someone's motives of why they are trying to align themselves with you, especially if you're someone that's already highly visible and getting a lot of clout. You have to watch for people's motives. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little easier to judge people's character when you nobody. Well, I don't want to say nobody. We all somebody. But when you're not hot and you don't got a crazy buzz going, but once you create a buzz and you got going, you have to be able to check and see people's and be a good judge of character. Let's just put it like that. Would you agree with that, Rock?
Yeah.
People do anything for clout, man. You know what I'm saying? And NYC, problem is that he saw Rello do what he does and thought, okay, I think I read that one already. Okay, Rello, I'm gonna send you something when you touch down. Jerry Jones. Yep, and he Rello will be live tonight on the Scott Inslee at 8 o'clock. So you guys make sure you guys check him out. Just trying to get through some of these chats real quick because yeah, so okay. One of y'all should pull up K9 Rocky. I guess they talking about on this panel. I think we read that one too before. I mean, y'all got respect. Pull up on his next live. I think I addressed that. Uh, it's about pulling up, man. He already surrounded with a group of guys that we don't really get along, so that would kind of be hard to pull up. And not only do we not get along, they have been supporting this dude financially. So I don't want to pull up and come across as clout chasing and all that stuff, man. I just really you know, send my regards and wish him the best of luck. But if I happen to bump into, I actually have texted him some encouraging words in his chat though, but I didn't get on the panel, and so I want to stay in my lane and not overstep my boundaries because he does have a team he's working with. Um, wait, hold on, let me go right here. Nah, Sam ran off on the plug. It's nasty work. A gambling habit can be just as bad as a drug habit. And that's absolutely the facts, man. I remember I used to gamble. I've lost so much money doing that I really just try to stay away from that shit altogether. LOL, F them MFs. Nah, I ain't trying to cause a shoot out dude. Genuine looks like a deer in headlights, and he has vultures around him. Yeah, and that's why I'm staying clear. You know what I'm saying? Staying clear of that hot mess. Just watching it and trying not to be too critical of NY because I know he's a new traveler and I wish him the best of luck. What's your thoughts, Rock, as we going through these chats? I'm gonna want you to answer one of these chats. Let's see. He said he gambled $23, definitely a lie. Hold on. He gambles on them sports like okay, this is the gambling stuff on FanDuel. You can spend 500 a week easily. Um, okay, let me see something. Hold on. Um, let me see. Was that Hold on one second. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what they talking about. People make up all kinds of shit, so you know what I mean. That's pretty wild. Uh, Let me see. That's why I actually stay away from a lot of what these cats be having going on, cause it definitely be a lot of mess. All right. Um, let's see what else we got right here. SV to God. Um, okay, right here. Big games. You as well was being hollering at him a whole bunch of nonsense. I guess that's what he's saying. Yeah, CC over there celebrating how they about to fly out NYC's ex girlfriend. See, that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta watch the people that you choose to surround yourself with, man. It's just one of them things, man. You have to be, and it just don't be worth it, man. A lot of the time, surrounding yourself with the wrong company. Um, I agree with Rock. I can tolerate stupidity, especially where I can't tolerate stupidity, especially when you have the blueprint on what not to do. Right? Right? Sin no good. They saying sin's no good. Conceded. This dude ain't okay. This dude ain't don't need to be on YouTube. Too soft. Okay? He ain't lying. I'm so behind on the comments. You guys forgive me. That is what I told K9 on the East Coast. We are knowing for joking and snapping on each other. Yeah, man, I'm learning that. I'm learning you guys like to joke a lot. And yeah, and so it's just different, man. Like when you're on the West Coast, it's different. But a lot of the viewers and a lot of people that be in the chat are people from the East Coast. So yeah. Hit the like button. Yep, I appreciate it. You guys make sure you get the like button. Jerry Jones, salute, says Jerry Jones the King. I appreciate you, Jerry Jones, for pulling up. Salute to you, my brother. Come truck with me is one of the top trolls. Yeah, and he's a funny one. At the come truck with me, got rid of Carter Four. Don't do my boy Carter Four like that. He was definitely on Carter Four's head for last night, giving him a hard time. Conceded 2.0 salute. All right, Jerry Jones, salute. I think we pretty much all caught up now. Right.
Okay,
Have
you
you ever
blew through
been,
it.
huh?
I say you blew through it.
Yeah, I was just trying to blow through it because I was falling so far behind. And the main thing was he did hit the streets to fill out vibes of the Chicas. He allowed people to and call for him. I never get that. Why have somebody call up, set you up with a Chica? They don't even know your taste. You could walk outside literally and find what you want. Why have somebody send? Maybe he had them send it to him because they was gonna take care of the tab. That would be the only reason why I would think he would have done something like that. But yeah, I don't get when dudes like, yo, set me up with something. That doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, so man, you definitely I guess the lesson for the day is gotta know how to move and watch the people you surround yourself with. I mean, but on the flip side, some of these people did help fund this trip. So I don't know. How do you call that, right? If you're surrounded by people that may not have your best intentions at heart, but they are funding you. It's like a catch 22, man. Is it the good with the bad? How do you
If it's a girl, you would call her a whore, or a prostitute, or some. What do you call them when you got a pimp? He paying for everything, so you just getting pimped out pretty much. That's what they doing, pimping him out. He only there because they raising the money for him, telling him what to do. He ain't never, been in this situation before, and he acted a little slow. Just keeping it 100. So to a slow person, you just feel like, oh, this lit. You don't know right from wrong. So he feeling like he big meats right now. He went away, they paid for it, he getting girls, and
he
I
says
don't
he's just a nice guy. I heard him say that on a live. He says, I'm just a nice guy. So there are some guys that
everybody think they're a
are nice
nice
for their
guy.
own
You ever
good.
heard anybody talk negative about themselves and say, "Nah, I'm an asshole. I'm not a nice guy." Everybody think they're a nice guy.
Right, right, right.
At the end of the
Um,
day, you went on a trip a month and a half ago. You struggled like a motherfucker, sitting there laying in some girl bed that's trying to kick you out. It was rats in there. You had to ask for money to get home, and then you take a month off of work to go on another trip and do the same shit again. Like,
gotta know
you could
how to
be
move.
you could be nice, you could be smart, or you could be
Gotta
dumb as
salute the
shit.
razor rays, man.
Huh?
Now I said, gotta know how to move. I said, salute the razor rays. I hear 'em
Yeah.
say that all the time.
So you could be smart, you could be intelligent, you could be dumb as hell. There's all types of stuff you could be. But everybody think they,
Yeah, I always
intelligent till
say
you
when you
see an
have the
intelligent motherfucker next to you, and then you be like, hey,
right,
hey,
I always say if you have the chicks come over, figure out everything before you even let them in. And if the energy's off, don't be afraid to walk away, man. That's the
yeah,
only power you have is to be like, no gracias, I'm good.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? That's the only true power you have. And exercise it. When you feel like the energy's off, just hit them with the no gracias. You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But if they ain't call for him, he can negotiate the price beforehand,
Oh,
beforehand.
I see what my
So
man trying
he
to
got
do.
overpriced. That's
He
why
trying
he
to pump
broke.
everybody up to make it seem like you was the cause of that.
Who is? Who's trying to do that? Somebody's trying to pump everyone. Oh, what you was telling me about earlier?
Yeah,
But the thing is, bro, anybody know me, I don't give a fuck about what I'm only reporting on this because it's a hot topic. And I'm not even on here on the bashing thing about NY.
yeah, but he over there trying to get everybody to, you know, think that you was behind all that.
There's no way. I mean, he might be trying to do that, but there's no way that anybody would believe that because
I know, cause he retarded.
yeah, 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 yeah. That was all whatever they got going on. I ain't even went on the panel over there. I've been keeping my distance. I have been reporting on it in trying to report on it in the most respectful way as possible because it is a hot topic. But yeah, it's just no way because that's whatever going wrong in that camp. That's among them.
Yeah,
They gotta
it's a
all hold that L together.
bunch of
They
ghetto
gotta
stupid
all hold
shit
that
though.
L together. You know what I'm saying? That's all on them. If the money not right, you shouldn't be traveling. That is definitely a one way of looking at it. If your money not right, and then the main thing is his money was right. He fundraised a decent amount of money, bro. You do need to research how they currency works, research the bills, have little safety things in place, like don't go outside with a over a certain amount of money. We've all learned from K9, as people have pointed out. I got um $200 was took out my bag. So that type of stuff can happen. Also negotiate, man. Like you are in a country where negotiation is prevalent. Brush up on your negotiation skills. You need to practice. Be able to say no gracias. Don't make people feel like you owe them something for nothing.
Yeah,
No, because you on a budget. You know what I'm saying? And you paying everybody. And man, I look when I got there, I ain't even let nobody grab my bags. I said, I got it. I grabbed my bags. I walked my shit up the stairs by myself. Even at the airport, when I checked into my room, I got it, G. Don't worry about it. Cause you know what I'm saying? Now, when I wanted someone to do something, I did not mind compensating them. But I'm not letting someone force their services on me and then I gotta pay them. You know what I'm saying? Leave the country with less than 5K is insane. I mean, even if you leave with 5K, if you don't
you
have,
don't need 5K.
yeah,
It
but the way
depends where
some of
you
these
going.
dudes move, they could blow through 5K. If you ain't got
Yeah,
a little bit of game about yourself, it don't matter what you leave with, you could end up in a jam. You know what I'm saying? Do you agree with that, Rock?
yeah, of
Okay.
course.
They said Casita says Jerry Jones, Rello made traveling look easy and it's not for the weak. Yep, traveling is not easy. at all, and I don't see how people
especially if you're a
cover
rookie.
Yeah, especially if you're a rookie. You know what I'm saying? It's not, and I think he should have went during Super Bowl. Things would have been more expensive though, I think. But he paying Super Bowl prices anyway. I mean, at least he would have probably had a lot more brothers out there that would have been able to like, he could have hung out with, chill, maybe help them out, show them the ropes. Here go flip flop, this with that. You know what I mean? Like it would have been a lot more YouTubers that could have helped him out, knew who he was, and they would have, he would have had boots on ground. You feel me?
Yeah,
Some people need 5K. Yeah,
it depends how long they going for and what they doing and where they going. Money determines that. Sometimes you need more than that. Depends where you going and who you with.
right. Um, I can't. I can't figure it out, man. All I can say is I enjoy watching this content like everyone else, but I don't like people being put in fucked up situations.
Uh-huh.
I don't really get a kick out of that. You know what I'm saying? But I do
Everybody needs to make it home safe, you know?
right,
But I just feel like, when you do make it home, you feel like you learned your lesson. That's what I wish on everybody. I feel like, when you go out there and do stupid shit, you come home like, all right, I learned my lesson. I need to get my shit right this time and actually do it.
right,
Because, like
right.
I said, I've been through that so many times that I'm sitting back in the same spot again, saying the same shit. And it's like, how many times am I going to do this over and over again? And, eventually you just, when you do, and then you see other people doing it over and over, you just can't tolerate it. You don't want it around you. It's just annoying.
Facts, facts. You gotta have thick skin and you gotta have a little street savviness, man. You gotta have a little street savviness, man.
When you got
Um,
somebody around you that ain't on your level and that's not trying to progress, they gonna do nothing but cause you time, money, and aggravation.
that's true. That's true, man. Um, yeah, man, it's tough, man. It's tough, man. And as long as he make it back in one piece, um, and hopefully he enjoys this trip because, yeah, man, right now he is definitely don't look like he's having the most fun, and he definitely needs to at least enjoy the trip. We got Coach, man, Coach in the building. Future went broke twice in the Sioux. Do you want to come up, Coach? If so, I will drop the link for you. If not, you can rock out in the chat, but I'll definitely drop the link for you, Coach. If you want to come up and chop it up with us for a second. Here we go. Let me put the link in the chat. Okay, there we go. Oh,
Brooklyn
I'm at work.
Prophet
See?
said, "I
Okay,
never
cool. I
criticized
was just dropping
Rello."
the link just in case. But
Um,
yeah, man, he went broke twice. That's crazy. You
Brooklyn
know,
Prophet said, "I never criticized Rello." I talk to Rello like every day, and I tell Rello right from wrong all the time. Just like I haven't talked to NYC the Future ever, I've talked to Rello over and over again about different things, good, bad. You know what I mean? I talk to him about before every show, every live. I talk to him.
right. Please believe it, man. Like, some of the stuff that maybe Rock talks to him is behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but maybe he doesn't, maybe you mean he doesn't criticize him publicly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you meant that, but I know Rock and Rello definitely talk behind the scenes frequently. So yeah. Did Carter really take a break? I haven't seen him at all today. I'm not sure, man, because
Yes, yes, he has. He's
he
took a
is it
break.
okay.
Carter's not going to be around for a while. If you're really friends with him, you can hit him up. He may hit you back. He may not, but he needs a break.
So you must have spoke to Carter recently. But okay. Shout out to Carter Ford, man. He deserves a break. He ain't gonna take a break too long, I don't think. But maybe he need a break. He got stuff to take care of, and like remember, a lot of people can get flustered with this stuff, man. When people play with your name all day and it's just nonstop. Some people can't get irritated for like I need a break. I need to focus on shit I got going around, and maybe he feels I don't want to put words in his mouth, so maybe he just feel he need a break. So shout out to Carter Ford. That's my guy, man. Um, the Sioux ain't for everybody. Here we go. We got somebody hitting the stage. Sh- Yo, champ.
Yo,
There we go. What's good with you, man?
good. I ain't saying for long, but I'm confused why everybody keep crying about this guy.
Why they keep crying about him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speak your thoughts, man. I don't know. I don't wouldn't consider what I'm doing as crying. I just reporting because he's hot, man. He's getting like 200 people in the chat at a time, bro. And he's very a new YouTuber, or at least he's new to the travel space. So
Not, don't get me wrong. You have a very clear logic of everything going on. You're one of the few who actually isn't speaking nonsense, but he seems to just be having a very, very, very normal experience. Everything that happened to him is very normal. He's just a regular guy who went out there who didn't have a lot of money, who's seeing the consequences now. The consequences of not having a lot of money, the consequences of not knowing where to go, the consequences of not knowing other people, the consequences of recording, the consequences of this, the consequences of that, the consequences of dealing with the people that he's dealing with. It's very normal. I don't get why everybody keep crying about it. He's having a very normal experience that happens to everybody.
right. I mean, so do you think his trip is successful? Like, knowing that you're saying this stuff is normal, would you consider it as a success? And what do you consider to be a successful trip?
I think it is a successful. He got to go through the normal stuff so he could learn for later. But everybody keep go here, do this, do that. That shit was annoying fast. It's almost like, yo, let him wear what he wants to wear. Let him go where he want to go. Let him do what he want to do. Let him do what that whatever he feel like doing. It. People trying to assign him go here, go there. Primo wear this. This person go there. Big gains. Go see Flip. Go change your money. It's like, yo, let's all relax. He'll
Yeah,
figure.
man,
Let,
it's
let him
just
let him
like
figure it out.
he was getting that robot treatment, like how they put that little leash on the kid so you don't run too far away in the store. It's like, yo, he can't even think for himself. Everybody tell him do this, do that, do this, do that, do this.
That's
You got 50 people yelling at him, do this. You're not doing that. Turn around. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, man, he on vacation. Let him. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like he was being overly coached to the point where he was getting overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit I didn't keep up with a lot of the content. I'm not gonna come out like I did, but I feel like yeah, like when he first got out there, like it's just like everybody. I'm like, no one. It's like everybody trying to tell him do this, do that. It's just
So
like
not to
what the
cut
heck,
y'all off,
like
K9, I'm hop back on in a minute.
All right, Rock.
All right.
Casita says this is all fake. People get in too deep. And Coach says had enough money though, and he says normal. I disagree. Coach says he doesn't think this is normal. I mean, like, think about this. Do you think this is normal if you have the money for a flight and then you book what do you call that? Not a reserve, a standby ticket. Going on vacation, you booking it. I don't know if that's normal.
yeah,
Booking
what
a
you mean?
standby ticket when you
He
got
said. Sorry to cut you off. I think it's a delay. He said he works at the airlines. If you have a perk at the airlines, why would you pay? That defeats the purpose of working at the airline. So yeah, I don't know who coach is. Everything's normal. Like this is what standby is. Why would you not use the perk, the one perk that everybody loves when you're young working at the airport? Why would you pay full price for if you have a perk to get a discount? If he has to go back, which he looked like he doesn't have to go back, then it's almost like, yeah, he's gonna see if he could get on standby. You could always buy a flight if you want to. So, but at the moment, he's gonna choose to go on
Well,
standby
good
and
thing
go
he
from
did
there
get that
first.
standby ticket because had he had paid full price, his finances would be even more constricted than they already are. You know what I'm saying? So good thing he did get that discount on that ticket. The Black Prophet says normal eating box. Oh my goodness, the Black Prophet. Someone sending you a chica in a suit is not normal, sir. So that's it. Okay, coach. Is that he has a good point? Is that normal? Someone picking out a girl and sending her to you? Is that normal?
I mean, he had what's it called? People send him money, so he's trying to entertain that. But as far as, yeah, it's almost like, okay, he wanted a girl that could be on YouTube or whatever. So they said, hey, listen. So somebody said, listen, I got some girls that are willing to be down to be on the camera or whatever it may be. So he had options. So pretty much people went fishing for him. That, they gave him an alley oop. But it's that's normal. Like, it's normal if I go to your hometown to California. You're telling me, yo, don't worry, I know you wanna, get a dancer. Don't worry, I know like five of them. I'm gonna send five pictures your way. You pick one, and I'm gonna send her over. I'm gonna be like, yeah, K9, let's do that. Why would I go fishing for if you already fished for me? That's normal. I'm gonna pick what you pick. I'm gonna pick out of the five that you give me. He had a few to choose from, so it's just made it that much easier. But also too, like, everybody had an experience where, a situation with the girls. It's a place of scamming, people trying to scam. So it's normal that that everybody runs that situation. He ran into it. Mad at the people. You see a bunch of YouTubers and all this may be raise like two, three, 4,000 of his subscribers is based on situations just like that. Somebody trying to jip the girls out of money or this and that may be. It's a nasty, dirty business. I'm glad he stayed till Sunday. Why go home early for? Ain't nothing bad happened to him. Ain't nothing crazy happened to him. Everything that happened to him, ain't nothing happened to him that ain't already happened to somebody else. He ain't the
All
first or
right.
the last
So
person that's gonna try
so
to record, and a girl's gonna wild out.
ne-
A girl would
so
have wild out no matter what.
next question. I'm just reading out the chat. He says two chicas threaten to call the police. Is that normal?
Everybody, people run into situations all the time. So I mean, the police are there for a reason. You know why no one gets arrested? That they're there all the time for the same thing. Everybody wanna try to gyp the girls, pay less. The agreement didn't go through. It happened to everybody. TMI, everybody, whatever. J Rello, J whatever. I've been out there one time, and I've seen that happen to different people. Like, it happens all the time. Once
No,
again,
but
Razor
look,
Base channel.
check this out. Check this out. Not to cut you off. He was just out there and he ended up in a situation that was a disaster. You back out there again, it's your second trip in a relatively short time, and things seem like they are like unraveling quickly. At some point, you gotta you I would think you would start catching on of like the element you are in, and you will adapt to your element and start moving a little bit more like on top of your game. Don't you think so? This is
I
second trip.
mean, you're the only one, and this is why I said my first minute I came on here. I said, K9, you seem to have a very clear thinking, unlike everybody else. Only you studied other people's mistakes to not repeat the same. But you can't study enough to not run into the same situations. You just can't study enough. It ain't gonna happen. So
Right.
that's why you had a little situation, but it's no problem. You wasn't panicking. You didn't. Nobody was crying over you. You played the game that gets people in that situation. But at the end of the day, there's no need to panic. He was never going to jail. He was never going to do this. They run into that situation all the time. You're not going to lock up people for a dirty game. This is supposed to be a Catholic Christian island. Like, they have the police, just for the low stuff. But his situation. How many times have we seen his situation on Razor Rays? We see that every other week. So I don't get why everybody panicking. That's all I was trying to say. I didn't get why, it's gonna be 1,000 calls this month about the police being called about something. Them girls call the police about every little thing. They're victims. They're not the assailants. They're the victims.
Yeah, man. I can say like when I took my trip, man, I definitely watched those that came before me, and that definitely helped in me getting my trip off. But then also I took my street smarts and my savviness that I practice, out here where I'm at, just in my regular life. I brought my common sense with me, but it definitely helps watching other YouTubers that have did this, made this pilgrimage and did this before you, and you learn from their mistakes, so you know how to avoid certain things and you kind of know how to move. But even then, even if you watch a bunch of people and you study tape, film, and on this, you're still gonna make some mistakes. So I would agree.
Yeah.
You're still gonna make mistakes, and things will still happen and come up during
I
your
mean, of
trip.
course he want. Of course he went to go back. I mean, Susu was a fun place. Like I said, everything's at the palm of your hands. I mean, you want to go back there. I want to go back there. Jay Rello was trying to ditch Thailand to go back there. Everybody wants to go back to over there. It's a fun place to be, but at the same time, it never gets old. So his only thing is he didn't have a lot of money, so he's gonna run into a couple of dilemmas. But you know, the thing about these travel on a budget, the budget is not really conducive to travel on a budget. Because you see, even with him and Jarello, like they went from flying Spirit to first class, taking the Caribe bus. Nah, I need a private Uber. I'm going from New Garden, one room, 2-star hotel. Nah, I need a mansion with a pool. It's just like, yo, what kind of budget is this? Like, this isn't the budget right here. They don't want to stay in Compton. They want to stay in Beverly Hills. Just like this isn't really a budget trip. So when you playing with high money, then this is what's gonna happen. But at the end of the day, the story was weird from the start. Like, it's like, wait a second, you raised all this money, you didn't need all that money. Where's the money? Who's this girl? Whatever it may be. But
Let me read this super
JLo,
chat real quick, man. Sunday night podcast since 199. I appreciate it. Monetize. Hit that like button, y'all. I appreciate it, man. The likes help the channel being in the algorithm. So, and I appreciate you, Sunday night podcast, for showing up and showing out as usual. All right. So, what was you saying again? Uh,
yeah. Also too is like JLo. He had gambled a couple dollars himself away, whatever it may be, with the subscribers' money. He done messed up some money with gambling and car notes and gas and all that may be. So that's just what happens when you send the money too early. But nobody worried about that. Nobody worried about his situation. It just people just found it odd. Like, wait a second, you made $2,000 in 20 minutes. Like, where's the money at? But whatever his explanation is, he gambled it away. That's just what happened. But no one should be worried about that. Obviously, people that donated their money is like, damn, I didn't. I sent money so you can have enough to be outside all day long. I didn't spend them. I didn't
right.
spend the money so you could try to gamble away. But I get it though. You try to flip it. It happens to everybody. I mean, it's Friday. Someone's gonna call me in an hour to borrow some money, and they'll do something dumb with it. It just happens to
Right.
everybody. Very normal. No, nothing to panic about. But your ship is going fine. I mean, and everybody's like, "Oh, how
I know
you?"
it's been going fine, but I hear what you're saying. And also, before you keep going, y'all make sure y'all tap in with Sunday Night Podcast. He's over there rocking out the good fellas, man. Y'all make sure y'all go out and show them some love. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if his trip's been going fine, but I get what you're saying though. He said, okay, let me read a couple of these chats. He says he keeps saying normal for broke dudes. Then he also says he's deflecting, and coach also says no Chica called the police on K9, and it's a money island. What are your thoughts on that?
I
Because you,
mean,
'cause you keep saying that
I
it's normal. I don't. Is that okay? Is it normal for you? Like, would you travel and all those things would go wrong on your trip? I mean, like you gotta think
well,
he was out of money down there by like the first day, going into the second day. He was already like basically down to his last on his second day, he was basically down to his last $40. Is
I
that
mean,
normal?
he blew a lot. He blew a lot of money fast. Like everybody blows money fast on vacation. You think you have more than you don't. You think you have more than you do, but you don't. You're like, oh, everyone's like, oh, it's cheap, it's cheap, it's cheap, it's cheap, it's cheap. But when you get out there, you do the translation of the money. It's like, damn, it's not as cheap as I thought. But you didn't have the police called on you. But you also had a girl, and then somebody started pillow talking from you as well. I'm like, so, and then she spazzed out because somebody was still talking of you. So the same thing. He had a girl, somebody started blowing up the girl's phone, and you had a girl, and someone called the girl's phone, and DC the future had a girl, and somebody started calling the girl's phone. Like when you're in that YouTube lifestyle, then yeah, that's what happens. The guy that was pill talking, I forgot what his name is, but he could have a girl, and someone's gonna call him. Oh,
The guy
what's
that
the
was
other guy's
pillow
name?
talking, right? I'm not gonna say his name because I'm so over it.
Yeah.
But
Also, too, one more thing.
he had
The other guy from California that smokes all day, he had a girl, and people was calling the
ice.
girl up. Yeah, Ice City, same thing, whatever. So I'm like, apparently, this is what happens if you post a girl online and you're a YouTuber. Everyone knows who she is. Everyone's gonna start calling her. So it happened to all three, four of y'all. So it happened to him. Everybody's
And what's
panicking.
funny about that one dude you mentioned that was pillow talking when it came to me, it happened to him too. So I didn't understand why he thought it would be cool to do when it's happened to him and he didn't like it. But moving past him, because this is more about NYC, the future, and not dudes from the past. Sunday Night Smoke Podcast says other people's money spends quickly. I do agree with that. Like if it's money you ain't earned yourself, you tend to part with it a lot faster and easier than money that you worked for. I do think other people's money can tend to be spent quicker.
I mean,
Because
absolutely. He raised it in 20 minutes. I mean, imagine if 20 minutes you just came online and you had about that much money. But I wouldn't be surprised if the people around him got him the girls, sent them over, snitched on him, and then calm the girl down, and then off. I wouldn't be surprised if they set up the whole thing. I wouldn't be surprised at all
that's
if
why
they
I
did all
almost
that.
felt like, could this be scripted? I asked Rello that earlier. Is this scripted? Because it's just kind of hard to believe so many things. I know things can go wrong, but that many things go wrong that fast. You're broke
Well,
literally the next day. Like that's kind of hard to believe. I'm not saying that it is scripted. I don't know. But I just, pose the question. Does it feel scripted to you?
to me, it does not feel scripted because I don't know if you saw. Did you see the video last night
Which one? I've seen a lot of his videos. Which one?
about the girl when the
When the
girl
girl came over and he did wanted her to leave and all that
no when
stuff.
the girl yeah now when the girl came over at nighttime and he was chilling with her and the one that he deleted.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I seen that, and then he said he gonna get offline because she heard him talking, and then he's gonna that one when he had
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. When he ultimately had the girl, and then the last video, when he had the girl over, and she's getting ready to chill with him and all that may be like, you know nobody would. This is why I say it's not scripted. Nobody would even do all that, whatever it may be. Never look at the camera. Like he had to sneak all those videos in. So because he had to sneak them in, I said there's no way she would know. Someone that doesn't want to be on camera wouldn't even would he even appear to be on camera the way she was on the camera.
Well,
But I wouldn't be surprised.
when I say scripted, I'm not talking about him filming the chicks being scripted. I'm talking about him parting with money so quickly. I'm talking about just some of the other things that have happened. That have made his trip kind of crazy. We all know those women do not. It's not really a Camry friendly type of place. But let's get into the super chat real quick. Tony Hernandez says the little nigga thinks he's Hollywood now. All right. Do we think this success is going is getting to him? Is this does he think he's Hollywood now? I will say this, Tony Hernandez. He definitely probably got caught up in the limelight because he's not there with a lot of people. So his experience is a little different than mine. When I came there, everyone knew who I was. hey K9, can I take a picture with you? I know you. What's up? What's up? But he's getting all that same type of attention in the chat and monetary wise. People are sending in money. So he's still receiving a lot of attention. So, that can kind of inflate. You can kind of get caught up in there, and maybe that might be adding to him taking his eye off the prize, and maybe why he's not as focused. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, he don't seem. He seem like a. He don't seem slow. He don't seem too bright. He kind of just seems like a not normal, but like he just seems like a goofyish type of person. But he don't seem like somebody who doesn't understand what's going on. I don't. He's not dumb. Like he's not stupid. He's not dumb. Pretty much. He just, he doesn't have a career, but like I just feel like he's just a person, just a happy go lucky person that's just happy. He finally got, went out there, saw something amazing, and he just having a really cool social experience. Like it's a fun experience. Well, he's from New York, so he goes out there. Everybody's cheering him on. Everybody, oh man, maybe he got unfinished business, whatever it may be out there. He said he want to get his get back and all that. So, you know, where else can you go where you could just stand in one place and just pick two, three, four, five, whatever it may be, right there in the palm of your hands. So I think, him being lit too fast, I don't know, I wouldn't even know what that even means. It just seems like,
That
you
means he
know,
blew up overnight, basically. Salute to the chat, and y'all make sure y'all go check out the good fellas. Go like and comment and subscribe to their channel. But when you blow up so fast, meaning he was, because I think he started off in the gaming sector. Wasn't really gaining a lot of traction over there. He came to the travel sector and was basically like an overnight hit to where the point where he's like he has more people in his lives than I have. He's constantly getting at least like around 150 to 200 people in every live, and he's gotten money sent in a large amount sent in a relatively short amount of time. Do you think that can influence one's mover behavior? Like, do you think he moves so recklessly with his money because he feels the people will send more in, or you think he's just
nah, he's not acting.
moves
That's
out
really
of way
him. That's
as a
really him. Yeah, he's not acting like him being a gamer and all that. Like he just, he laughs at everything. Everything, everything laughs at everything like that. He's not acting. That's really him. On top of that, like, once again, he don't seem too slow, but he don't seem too fast either though. But, he seems like just somebody who's just happy go lucky, whatever it may be, cool guy, you know, decently popular. Then he had that girl on his live all the time, so that was more eye candy. That's something different that other people didn't have. Razor Rays don't be having no girls, or what it may be. So that's people was tuning in for her and him. She definitely helped them, but I get it. But people was doing all that for the wrong reasons. Like, oh, this guy's gonna entertain us, whatever it may be. And everybody in America got crazy. And this is what I'll say too. I don't think there's a comparison between Drello and uh, the future, whatever it may be. But everybody in America has money. Like they're gonna raise whatever money they're gonna raise, no matter what. Everybody got bread. Everybody got bread in clothes. Everybody could just got mad money in their bank. So they was always gonna raise their money they was gonna raise. But
well,
with
we
him,
well, we just had a dude named Ant says he was a YouTuber and he gives up. He says he was in doing this YouTube stuff. He wasn't making money and he was being hackled and trolled all the time. So he said, "Man, I give up on this." So everybody don't have the same experience in YouTube. There's people that have been YouTubers for a long time and are not monetized. Everybody's story is different. There's people that have started off their YouTubes talking to nobody, right? And had to build up their audience. And there's some people that hit the stage and it was like kind of laid out for them where they had an audience. They kind of took a shortcut. So I would say every YouTuber experience is going to be different. I don't think everyone's stuff is the same, going to be the same. And Sunday Night Podcast does 3 to 5 minute smashes the first day and has him on the brink of being broke. And then when he went out there, remember he said The first time that when old girl patted his pockets down and had him broke, he felt bad and he wanted to send her money, even though he didn't have money and people had to send him in money to get something to eat. He was still thinking about her, sending her money after after he gave her, he was sending her money before he came out there. And when he got out there, she ran in them pockets and then was told him he had to go when he ran out of money. And then when he bought her up, she said, I wasn't really gonna kick you out. I don't know if that's normal. Like
The chick Lucy.
I don't know the chick's name, but whoever where he went to go stay at her house the first trip.
Oh yeah. The chick Lucy. That's once again you didn't have a attachment to you didn't have an attachment to nobody. You kept it strictly business. You know, when you came, and when you left, you left. But for other people, that happens all the time. Like for other people, like you finally meet a bad chick, whatever it may be, showing you mad love, mad attention. What happens when the guy meets a girl? He all of a sudden everything that if all her problems is his problems, he want to buy her breakfast, lunch, dinner, clothes, whatever she says, buy food, diapers, whatever it may be, because he really do like her. That's why he keeps talking about it. Why he keeps coming alive. So, yeah, that's a very normal thing. I mean, if you that every girl that you was hanging out with and over there, you would be with her. That little girl you had by the pool, you would definitely be with her. If she was in the States and she wasn't who she was, that would be your girlfriend. That'd be your wife. That'd be your baby mom. Like that's I
So
don't.
basically, dudes fall in love too fast. He says the I Love Lucy show. I think dudes is falling in love too fast, man. Because
Yeah,
I
which is
mean,
fine. Love's good. Like, which is fine. It's fine, people. It's normal. Liking a
but
girl is normal.
how you fall in love with someone that's running your pockets? That like this does that make you feel loved? If the only how you can keep this female attention is by supplying her money, like I don't know how that equates to love.
Any
Feeling
attention
love.
is better. Any attention is better than no attention. I
I
mean,
don't know.
he's in a hard market. He's in the market of New York. You know, you got pimps, people with diamond chains, gold chains, Mercedes Benzes, Beamers. Like, how do you compete? And when you can't compete, you're like, damn, man. What do them people say on Fresh and Fit? 80% of guys is not going to qualify for a lot of girls, and then these girls rather share baby fathers than to deal with somebody like him who got whatever, know this, know that, work at the airport, know this, know that. I mean, look at the girl that be on his lives. She didn't even want him. So he being in New York and being a gamer, it's like. And not many bad bitches is trying to be with a gamer who work at the airport who got no bread, who lives in the trap. That's just not gonna happen. But as far as he's concerned, like, yeah, some people see the good in people. Some people see the good in, even people in Sasua, like they see the good. I mean, the girl yesterday, she was cute. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and even the guys that was sending the pictures, all them girls, look good, whatever. All the girls you had look good. Most of the girls Drello had look good. Um, the girls that them girls look good. I'm like, they
But
coming from out of
but
town, like they look good.
it's a difference in them looking good and you recognizing something for what it is. You're here for a short time. Do not bring your heart to the zoo. It's not set up for you to fall in love. It's set up for you to go have a good time. And like I just don't get how dudes have not cotton on to like it'd be different if he went out there and he was not aware of the travel space. He is has to be aware that it's not set up for you to fall in love. Like you don't live out there. You don't have you're not in a position to have a girlfriend out there. You are there for a short time and a good time only.
I mean, you could tell that to Ice or the Pillow Talker or TMI. Like, you can't tell them nothing different. Even when people, my personal opinion, when I keep hearing girlfriend experience, I'm like, okay, and I know you was into that as well. It's just like, to me, I'm like, that's just bizarre. Like, you're paying somebody to be around you, like that's weird. Or even the people. and you was with whoever it may be, is just like they're here. You tell me. You answer
Well,
your
let
own
me let
question.
me
It
explain the
was
GF what I think GFE like what I consider GFE and why it makes sense to me. Meaning, if you have a GFE experience, that just means in my mind things are not rushed. You have time to set everything up the way you want it to be set up, meaning to get the content, right? Because she's there for a short time. You have a very short time to get the content, have the interaction you want. Everything is rushed. If she's there for the night and she's not leaving till the morning, you have plenty of time to get the content, right? You have plenty of time to do the other things that you would like to do, right? And that's it just basically sets up a situation where you don't feel rushed. And then you actually can deal with this person when you are naturally aroused. It's not just like, all right, 1, 2, 3, let's make this happen. And you know what I mean? Bingo bango, there went Django. It's more like a environment to where you have time to really set everything up the way you want it to be set up. That's what I look at GFE for, not for you to be in love. It's just like a non-rushed experience. That's what they should call it, really, a non-rushed experience. We
Yeah,
have
I mean, I think it's a date. I think it's a date where you get to guaranteed to clap cheeks at the end of the night. Like that's how I call it. It's just a date when you could do whatever at the end. Like in advance, you're pretty much prepaying for whatever the company. So I get it. Like I don't have a problem with it. I'm not dissing it. I get people's
so have you
definition.
ever took a trip to the zoo or anywhere? Have you ever traveled?
Yeah, yeah, like even when you and Melo was talking, and I'm like, once again, you guys just started traveling. It's no problem, whatever. Enjoy your time. I've already been to mad places, so
Okay.
even when Melo was trying to convince us, like the trip wasn't crazy. The trip just his trips were just nothing iconic. I'm like, what are you this guy talking about? And once again, I think J Rel, I donated to Relo plenty of times, and I think I've donated to you. I gotta check my cash app, but his trip wasn't iconic. His trip wasn't dope. He didn't do anything.
You
Didn't
say
go
you
to the
think you
beach.
donated to me?
I gotta check my cash app. I gotta check my
Oh,
cash app.
but whether you have or you not, my
Hmm.
thing is
But
for
I'm subscribed. Obviously, I'm here
yeah,
now.
my thing for the people is, support could be many different things. It could be something simple as you coming in, rocking out, watching the content, you hitting the like button on your way in. It could be something as simple as sending a super chat or a sticker. It could be a cash app. Supporting your content creator is like basically don't come watch the show for free and just harass me the whole time. If you're gonna come in, at least hit the like button, bro. If you're gonna come in and you don't want to hit the like button, at least be respectful in the chat. If support. It's a lot of different ways you can support content creators. All for me, all forms and ways are appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Whether you hit the like button, if you appreciate the content, you send a cash out, super chat, whatever it is. Just at the minimum, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? It goes a long way. But
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've been in the zoo one time. I've been there one time, which is fine with me. I don't think I'll go there no time soon. But it's a fun. Like I said, I know it's a fun place. I know it's a fun place. I've been there one time. If I wasn't crazy, it was during. I don't think it was during Super Bowl. It was for New Year's. I was there for, but I had a good time. Like I had a good time. The food's really good. Flip flops got good food. Finger got good food. Like I got nothing. I have nothing bad to say about the sewer. Like, but same thing though. Like I know what it is. In the person I was with, he had a situation with the girls. We had mad money. We gave her some bread. She left. That was it. No need to call the cops. No need what it may be. Because the person I was with, he left the money on the counter because he was angry at her because I think she tried to rush him. So he just left the money. But what she did was she took the money and act like he didn't give it to her. But he just put the money on the counter like, okay, here's your money. So she took the money and act like the money was never there. But I know my homeboy, he's not like that. He's not gonna jip nobody. So he said. So when he told me, I believe my homeboy. I don't believe a chick like that. So he said he
right.
put the money on the table. So she took the money. act like so she pretty much stole the money and then she was like, oh, with the money? He goes, oh, it was on the counter. You just took it. She goes, no, I ain't
Right.
take nothing. She started yelling and screaming. We got mad money. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How much more? How much more money would you like to get out of here? If you want another whatever it may be, here you go. Get out of here. Leave us alone. We don't want no problems. Leave us alone. Thank you very much. Whatever. Boom. That was it. But yeah, I've been there one time. I've been to mad places. I haven't gone to an Asian country yet, but I'm gonna go in a couple months, whatever it may be. But like I said, traveling's fine. I have no problem. But as far as this guy's NYC the future, like you know, he just even with Recrello, like I don't get the bashing. Like he's just a happy guy. Like he was trapped, for a lot of years. So like he's out, with his freedom and enjoying his life. I don't get why, like, we don't, I'm like, people, y'all never had, I think you too. I'm like, I never had a friend who just happy to be out enjoying their freedom. Like, y'all don't see his happiness because y'all was never trapped like that. Like, does that make sense? Like, y'all don't see how happy he is. Like you live in California, it's different. He lives in Indiana. Like, come on, like leaving a place like that and seeing stuff like that, like that's gonna bring joy to anyone's eyes and ears. Like you're gonna try to go back every single time. So yeah, it's sad to go back to a place like that where there's not much going on. So at the end of the day, I'm like, I never get the bashing. I'm like, yo, y'all never had a friend who just happy to get out off the corner, like, and to see new things and new people, like, going from the winter somewhere cold and dark to somewhere as bright in Sasua, like that's gonna get anybody hyped. So I never get the bashing of him. I'm like, what the heck? Like, why everybody keep bashing him for? Like, he's living a very lit life.
I mean, I mean, yeah, for sure. And I think some of the people that bash him also support him. So it kind of goes hand in hand. And anytime you in show business, which these content creators are definitely in show business, you are putting yourself on a screen. People are going to how do you say it? Critique you and be very critical of you, and that just kind of comes with the territory. So, yeah, as long as you living out your dreams, like, you kind of got to just take the punches and keep rolling or handling it whatever way you're comfortable with handling it in. But like I said, man, shout out to NYC the future, man. I'm really hoping that he can salvage his trip because this is his second attempt. And I know how it is being a new guy, being a new kid on the block, and it's definitely difficult to get content and all that stuff. So shout out to him, man. Hopefully he can pull off his trip and actually enjoy it while he's there and before he leaves, man. But this was gonna be a short live. I really appreciate you coming up, man. You free to rock out anytime. I'm one of the guys that I really appreciate you guys, whether you guys comment, like, subscribe, if you donate, whatever. I just appreciate you guys being great in the comment section. And when you guys come rock out, and and if it being a safe space where people feel like they can hit the stage without being being stoned and shit. So I really enjoy it, but I'm gonna get down just because I want to give NYC and some of these other content creators that are going live a chance to cover it, and then figure out what else is going on with his trip because he's actually boots on ground, and so yeah, see what he got going. But I really appreciate you pulling up, and I appreciate you guys being great in the chat. Do you have any final thoughts?
Nah, yeah, double down on your channel. Everything's good. Everything's great. I hope NYC the future has a good trip. I'm glad he didn't leave. Like Rello said, he got to get away from those people. Just do what he want, whatever it may be. I'm not worried. He might need more money. I don't know, but he got his budget. But then again, everything he does is optional. But long story short, I could talk all day. But yep. Hopefully, he had a good trip. Have a good day. People be clowning him and roasting him all day. Razor already started. Rello later, Primo before that. So he's gonna be catching a lot of flack. But hopefully he continues to laugh everything off. And yeah, I mean, I watch his channel all the time. And salute to you because I don't want to even drive around the corner, let alone across the country. So shout out to you.
Can I ask you one more question before you leave? When did you find out about your boy K9 No Fear Travel? How long have you been aware of who I am, and how long have you been tuning into the show?
I definitely knew you before you went to Sasua. Before you, I think you already had a passport. I don't know because I might sometimes I get some people confused, but I definitely it probably was from uh before you had all the beef with Pab as well. So before that, um, before before I don't know what came first, but a little while though. Maybe before your YouTube channel was the way it is now, but before Sasua, before your issues with that, before your issues with Talker, before all that, whatever
Oh,
order that came from. But yeah, way since then. But once again, I keep up with the content. Cause last one thing, cause sometimes I get tired of politics and sports and the news. So I'm like, I need a happy space. So I try to come into the travel space just to be happy. So people are traveling happy. So I needed a new subject to go about my day because you can't hear rap. Listening to rap music all day makes you want to be violent, makes you want to do something crazy that you don't want to do. Listening to Pooh Shiesty and Moneybag Yo make you want to jump outside and wild out. So you got to listening to the Dipset and the locks, all that may be, makes you want to go crazy, makes you want to go outside and use, G's and everybody. So I needed a new space, a happy space. So I got into the travel contest, but I'm aware of what's going on. So,
all
but
right.
now
So
I've been aware of your channel.
okay, so that's cool, man. Like, so since you've been aware, you've seen my beginning, and I appreciate you being a part of Camp Nine, supporting the content, and I support everybody that always shows up and rocks out with your boy. Y'all know how I do. I just try to give you guys lit content. I have had a little bit of controversy in the space, so I try not to be too critical of others. But man, I appreciate you really rocking out with your boy, man. I'm gonna conclude the live because I'm about to hit the gym and get the rest of my day going and listen to some of this YouTube with my earpods and shit on the treadmill. And but yeah, man, thanks for coming up, man. You're more than welcome to rock out with your boy anytime. And I appreciate you for tapping in with your boy.
All right, cool. Bye.
All right, man. Yeah, so yeah, man, we're gonna get ready to wrap this one up. This was a pretty great live. We had your boy Jay Rello, the freshest, and Gary pull up on your boy. We had Big Rock pull up. We had my man Champ pull up. We had a few people pull up, and it was definitely great coverage. And I know maybe Razor Rays might be live by now covering some stuff. I'm definitely about to hit the gym, get my day going. I will tap in with you guys later. Most likely you will see me when Jay Rello goes live. Never know. I might hit the panel. If not, I will definitely be in the chat supporting my boy. You guys check in and you guys make sure you guys go support the good fellas. Go money talk with the good fellas. I see you, Tony Hernandez. I see you, Sunday Night Smoke, and everybody in the chat that been great. I fuck with y'all. Y'all fuck with me. And Cap 9 you know, is number one at being Camp Nine. We ain't in competition with no one else. We just trying to be the best version of ourselves. So until the next live, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. That's my time. Y'all been great. I'm out.